chat room at WZROnline.com/chat or call into the show at 518-712-3070. Here are your hosts, Ryan Clark and Matt Boone.
Man, you are a dick, bro.
I cleared my throat for a fact. It was on purpose.
You can't mute your fucking phone, dude.
No, it was muted, but I unmuted it, and while we were getting to the end of the theme, I was like, you know what? Let me get him jacked up. Like, let's hear a Boone clear throat real quick. We mean business, motherfucker.
You know what? I say, screw your dinners, screw your chocolates.
I got dinner cooking right now, by the way. I got steaks, mashed potatoes. What else is getting cooked? Hold on, this is Katie. Katie, talk loud. What else we got getting cooked?
Asparagus, mushrooms, onions.
We got a whole fucking feast going on in the kitchen right now. There's a bunch of people here. Let's do a radio show. What do you think?
She said asparagus, mushrooms, onions. Sounds good.
Yeah, I'm not eating any of that crap. Neither is she.
I say screw your girlfriends, dude. Fuck it. Screw your chocolates, screw your dinners. It's time for fucking WZR Radio, right?
Hey now! Rock and roll in the chat says Tiffany is cooking, and that's a correct statement. She's out there in the kitchen. She's making steaks. She's cooking. She's doing the damn thing.
My sweet little Valentine.
She'll be on the air tonight, by the way. We'll get the return of the tits.
Yay! Clap, 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 clap. Wah, wah, wah.
Don't say womp, womp, womp.
Wah, 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 wah. So
her last few appearances, if you can recall them, they were all right?
Nobody wants Tiffany. Nobody cares about
Every
Tiffany.
week they're asking for it. You're full of shit.
So what's going on, man? How's the weekend?
Weekend was actually amazing. It was a great weekend. And then, here we are.
Yeah, what happened? Amazing. You're not gonna elaborate, dude?
I can't really elaborate too much. I met up with an old friend that I haven't seen in a while and had some fun. We partied. I did some partying. You ever heard about how the kids party and then they enjoy the partying, and I did that.
The kids.
The kids. How the folks do.
The big kids, like Matt Boone.
Yeah, I'm a big kid. I'm a giant baby, pretty much.
So, we got a lot to talk about, man. We had Against All Odds. I'm glad you didn't see it, right?
Hold on, read the chat, by the way. While everything's about me. They love me. I love you guys, too, you fucking army-ass motherfuckers. Give a chat plug. No, I didn't see TNA pay-per-view.
Yeah, did you see Monday Night Raw?
Yes, Boone is drunk this week for the show. I apologize.
We can tell. We can already tell, dude.
Can you tell already? All right,
you are off
your... They seem excited about it, I don't know.
You are off your rocker more than you normally are, but what are you going to do?
I'm cool. I'm just trying to give you like a high-energy intro.
It's been a rough week, dude. You know what I mean?
I feel you. No, I'm not wasted, bro. I've had what? Like, we split a 18-pack, 12-pack, something like that. Yeah, with like 4 or 5 people, so I'm not drunk.
Yeah, we had Against All Odds was on Sunday night, and then we had Monday Night Raw last night, so we're going to talk about that.
No Raj Giri this week?
No Raj. I don't.
We got a pay-per-view. Usually when we run down a pay-per-view, we got Raj Giri. Do you want to explain to the fans why there's no Raj Giri? Or
I don't know if he's
busy this week.
I don't know if he's going to be here or not, man. We'll find out.
He said he was busy. Yeah.
He didn't say anything, dude. I haven't heard from him, so we'll see if he calls up or not. I don't know. So we're gonna run down Against All Odds from Sunday night, and then Monday Night Raw from last night, and then some pretty big news. Over the last couple days, Brandon Jacobs, New York Giants football Super Bowl champion, went to TNA, did an angle last night at the Impact tapings, and
oh shit,
Vince Russo is going from TNA.
I heard about that one. That one hit my radar without even trying. Yeah, because I've had the last 2 days off work. I'm supposed to do spoilers tonight, but until then, the last time I worked was Sunday, and Sunday the only duty I had was play-by-play. So I didn't even know so I haven't really read the news in like 3 days. So you're going to be informing me as well as thousands of listeners tonight.
So what'd you hear about Vince Russo? I was about to say Vince Russo.
I didn't hear anything other than that he was fired or replaced or whatever you call it.
Okay, now let me get this out before you jump in. Vince Russo is no longer with TNA. He was fired from. You are going to be tough to handle tonight, dude.
You're assuming shit. I'm fine. Let's go.
You are fine, but you're off your rocker.
I'm drunk for a change. I mean, you just got used to the last 2 weeks, I think. I will be quiet when you can do the important stuff.
So, Vince Russo is no longer with TNA Wrestling. He was released pretty much last week. It all went down. So we're going to talk about that. Whitney Houston died as well.
That was crazy, yeah.
Yeah, she passed away. What was it? I think it was Friday or Saturday.
It was the day after she got. It was the 12th. I know that.
I think it may have
That
been.
would be a Friday. No, not Friday. It was Saturday.
Saturday. You're right. It was Saturday because the Grammys.
Saturday night, Sunday morning. Because at least I found out it was like midnight or 1 a.m. or something Sunday morning. So.
Right. She was found dead in her hotel, which is pretty crazy, man. I mean, Whitney Houston, I mean, she's up there with Michael Jackson and people like that as, legends.
I was going to compare it to the same thing. It felt like another Michael Jackson dying. That's how it felt. And then the Grammys became all about her on short notice. And if I'm not mistaken, when Michael Jackson died, there was an award show immediately after he died where it became all about him, too. And by the way, Raph in the chat says Boone is the Artie Lang of WZR. That's correct. Continue.
That is very correct. That is that is right on the money, dude, to be honest with you. So let's get we'll get the plugs out of the way, and then everybody bitches that we don't talk about TNA. So we're gonna talk Against All Odds from Sunday night. We'll run that down. I'll run it down, and I know
you'll talk. I'll make fart jokes or something.
Yeah, something, dude. You never know with you. So the live chat room. A lot of people. Well, I don't know. It's Valentine's Day, dude. So, and not only that, dude, but we're not on a. One of the websites that we used to be featured on, we are not there.
Which one?
So we're trying to build this thing up, back up to where it used to be. So if you guys retweet, the things that I post on Facebook, on Twitter, hopefully people will find us. The people that visited, another website that we're no longer on. Hopefully you guys find us and just retweet my Facebook or my Twitter post or whatever else. Try to get anybody. That's if you have pro wrestling fans that like live radio. So.
Call your buddy on your cell phone, give him a text message, and let him know WZR's live, baby, live. Oh, yeah.
WZROnline.com/chat. Once again.
What the fuck? Where's the energy, man? I can't do a .com echo after
that. WZROnline.com/chat. WZROnline.com/chat. So get in the live chat room. And it's Valentine's. I got you here on Valentine's. I'm cheered up, man. I'm good. People in the chat, everybody. You know what, dude? I got emails. I got Facebook messages. I got tweets. I got all this stuff last week, man. And dude, I don't know.
About Valentine's Day?
No, jeez. Hopefully not, dude. Hopefully I don't have dudes tweeting me about Valentine's Day.
I was a little worried for you for a second. Like, you buy them Pepsis, maybe they get the wrong idea. Who knows?
Yeah, it was a rough week last week, dude. And I had.
Come on, bro. That was a good joke. You didn't even fucking give me a fake LOL.
What? Say it again.
You said you were worried that dudes were hitting on you. I said, well, you buy them all Pepsis, maybe they got the wrong idea.
That's true, but it's not chocolate.
You buy 300 guys in 4 different countries a Pepsi Cola, maybe they think, oh, Ryan likes me.
Listen,
you never know.
If I was buying them a box of heart-shaped chocolates or something like that,
that might confuse the issue a little bit more. Yeah.
Right, but we're talking about Pepsis, dude. Come on now. No, I'm good, man. I'm fine, dude. It's been a rough week, you know what I mean? But things happen in life, dude, and fucking life throws you a curveball. You knock it down and you fucking pick things up and you go with it. You know what I mean?
The expression is when life hands you lemons, you make lemonade.
You've never heard the curveball one either? That I just used?
No, I've never heard curveballs.
Yeah.
I'm a sports guy too. I don't know what the hell you just said.
Life throws curveballs at you sometimes, man.
When life hands you, I'm trying to make a joke off all the weed talk in the chat. I don't know why it all came up. Maybe they're in Nick Diaz mode right now, but when life hands you some bubonic chronic seeds, you make yourself a fat blunt for 3 months from now. Sure. Three. If you can, that's the pothead analogy.
Is that how long it takes for a seed of marijuana?
I don't even know. I've never grown weed. Would you know, sir? I don't know, and I think you might know. I don't know.
I'd have to go back to years ago, dude. Probably about 10 years ago when I popped at a seed in the dirt.
Do you want to tell that story on the radio about you growing weed? Because I happen to have one. I don't know if you want to acknowledge it.
Yeah, it was years ago, man. But go ahead.
We were little kids, man. We were roommates. Albany, New York, downtown Albany, Dove Street to be exact. What do? We robbed a bar that was across the street. They had like an outdoor section where they had lawn tables and chairs and plants set up, and we decided one night we needed a table. And while we were over there, Ryan, Mr. Clark here, decided, you know what, we need a couple plants, because they were on hangers, like kind of the hangers you put your clothes on, only it was built into the potted plant. So he said, oh, we could take this, hang it in the boiler room, take all the fucking shitty plants out of it, and use the soil to grow some weed.
That's it?
That's the whole story. I mean, I don't know what you're going to tell you after that, but...
Cool story.
It was a decent story. It was about weed, which is what the topic was there for a second.
I guess.
Be proud of your fucking fun days when you were young and having fun. We were little kids, dude. It's not like it happened yesterday.
I hear ya. So here's the deal. The pay-per-view, we've got another pay-per-view coming up on Sunday, the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, back-to-back pay-per-views. That'll be the bigger one, obviously. We got to talk about Jesse Sorensen as well. Took a nasty bump at the TNA pay-per-view.
I didn't see it yet. No, I'm getting giggles because somebody said I suck. I didn't see it, but I was doing the play-by-play, and I read that they went to the finish of the match almost immediately. So was it obvious that he got hurt, or is it an angle? Is there any chance it's an angle?
I got the opening match of the pay-per-view was the Zema Ion and who was it? Zema Ion. Who?
I thought it was Sorensen Ion.
I gotta take this phone call for a second. Can I take
it was Sorensen Ion, wasn't it?
I gotta take a phone call for a second. Hold on.
Take a phone call.
Caller, you're live on WZR Radio. What's up?
That Jesse Sorensen fall was crazy, dude. I think they should use Zema Ion in some type of storyline mode.
Yeah.
Maybe he could take out, mad people and then, a year later become the World Heavyweight Champion, and maybe it could be revealed that this was Zema Ion playing all along.
Let me ask you something. Where in the 518 are you from?
I'm from Albany.
Oh, are you from Albany? I'm from Albany, too.
Where in Albany?
On Timbrook Street, by the Palace.
Oh, I know
that, Ryan. How close is that to Dove Street and Clinton Ave and all that shit?
Right there.
Yeah, he's
to the TNA wrestling show at the PU Center.
Well, I'm right over. If you jump on 787 and you head down towards Troy, I'm at the top. I'm at the top of the hill.
Was he walking distance from my old apartment?
Yeah, the Palace is right. Well, yeah, it'd be.
Is the Palace where all the marble floors are? Remember, you know what I'm talking about?
Hey,
hold on. There's a host talking. That means you don't talk for a second.
Oh my God.
Well, is it where all the marble floors were, like the pretty looking floors? You know what I'm talking about, Ryan?
Yes, it is, Boone.
Is that where the Palace is?
Yeah, it's the Palace.
No shit, I know where he's talking about. All right, cool.
Well, oh my God, I know where the Palace is. Oh my God.
I know where something is.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Let me be happy for fucking 2 seconds, you scumbag.
Oh, I know where the Palace is.
On Valentine's Day.
Oh my God, dude. So,
question.
yeah.
I'll make it to the TNA show in Albany this past December 29th.
Yeah, I was there a couple weeks ago.
Bully Ray told me to sit my black ass down, dude.
Yo, that was you? I brought that up, dude. I brought that up on the radio show.
I remember you bringing that up, Ryan. I swear to God, I remember. You told me in a private conversation too.
I said we came on here. That's great.
That's the black ass that you told to sit down on the phone right now.
We came on here, dude, and I said, Bully Ray came out and he cut a great promo, and I said there was a guy in the front row, and Bully Ray said, "Sit your black ass down, dude."
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
And that was you? Get out of here.
The goofy hat is too famous, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, it's too famous, dude.
Well,
wow.
Logical question. Caller, what's your name?
Levon. Everybody call me Mando.
Levon. Hey, Mando. The next logical question, how black is your ass? You know what I'm saying? Like.
I guess I'm black enough to say sit your black ass down.
I love this caller. At first I didn't know why you broke in the middle of opening plugs to take a call, but he turned out to be worth it. So good job. Good production.
Yeah, I saw 518, and I'm always on WZROnline.com to check out usually TNA Insider, and then and then TNAWrestlingNews.com, and then I always check them out every day, and then I was like,
wow, you got one of your biggest fans on the air right now. You posted your whole network.
Boone, let the dude talk, man. Let the dude talk.
I can't hear him as good as you.
He's talking, man, and you just cut him.
Let him talk then. Shut up. Mando, go ahead.
I should be like a co-host, dude. I'm like a huge TNA fan, dude.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that, but I appreciate the support. That's crazy, man, that we ran down that. You're right, dude. Grind hard in the chat room. You are absolutely right tonight, dude. This is crazy. Anyways, so that's...
Should I go, or I thought I was doing all right just now.
You're fine. No, you're just Boone. You're You're
Where
Boone.
snap at? The people seem to be enjoying the antics
I'm breathing. I'm breathing, folks, in the chat room. Trust me. you're like Boone. You're like Boone, and then there's the drunk Boone, and then there's the tonight Boone, and.
What's the tonight Boone? What's that mean? So I got like a big nose like Jay Leno or something?
No, the tonight Boone is just you won't shut up for 2 seconds, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean to call you out on live radio, but shut the fuck up so we can get through the plug. See, I'm still talking, and Boone cuts me off tonight. See what I'm saying, dude? You jump in.
Cut you off. What are you talking about?
This is horrible tonight, dude. I say, tone it down a notch. Chill yourself, relax. You're full of energy. Somebody in the chat. You're just full of life and energy. You getting pussy tonight or something? What's going on, man?
So, all right, stop being energetic on a radio show. All right.
No,
Ryan,
stop drinking.
Ryan.
Yes.
What's our next topic?
Yeah, that's what I said to do, man. That's what I said to do. Get the fuck out of here.
So our next topic is what on here on the WZR program Tuesday nights.
What's the what?
I'm fucking with you, man. Come on, let's go. What are you doing?
SMH, right? Is that how they do it on SMH?
That's shaking my head. Yeah.
That is shaking my head to the left and back to the right, dude. All right. So, in addition to the weekend, we didn't. There was no. I'm trying to think. There was no UFC this weekend.
No, UFC's tomorrow.
That's right. They just did the weigh-ins a couple hours before we came on here, or like an hour or two before we came on here.
It was at like 6 o'clock. Yeah, like 2 hours ago.
And then when's the next UFC? I mean, that's the one on Fuel. We don't even get Fuel TV here.
The next UFC is the following weekend, and it's in Japan, so there'll be like a day delay. Like we'll have results like damn near 24 hours before the shit airs on pay-per-view.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Chris Jericho's in the chat's wrong, by the way. He said you've hurt Boone's feelings. You can't hurt my feelings. I'm here to have fun. I could give two shits what happens in the next hour and 42 minutes. Whatever happens, happens.
Boone knows, listen, if Boone's a drunk piece of shit, I don't care if it's live radio or if it's through instant message. I'll say, you drunk piece of shit, shut the fuck up. And that's what pretty much just happened here. You're a drunk piece of shit tonight, shut the fuck up. And that's how we do it. You know what I'm saying? There's some life for you. Want some life? Shut the fuck up, Boone. No sell.
Oh,
see,
my friend
he knows so. Now he knows something.
A douche. Like she can hear you pretty loud and clear, so I was reacting to that for a second. I apologize.
Hey, who? Your friend who?
Katie.
Katie?
Here, talk to Katie for a second.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Hi.
Hello, Katie.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too. What's going on?
Nothing much, just waiting for Tiffany to finish cooking dinner.
And calling me a douchebag.
Oh, you seem very hostile towards my
No, listen, it's been a rough week, dude, and Boone will tell you. Boone, listen, Tiffany has the same problem, right? The way I talk to Boone and tell him, shut your fucking mouth, blah, 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 blah. That's how we do it. And I hear him in the background. He's egging you on. He's egging you on right now to say, shut the fuck up, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Get him back on the... He's a piece of shit. He's a piece of shit.
Okay, just one moment.
Okay.
And back.
Well, you're trying to get all...
Can you grab me a beer? I said, please. Thank you.
You're trying to get all the women in Florida to hate me, dude. So when I come down there, dude, I'm gonna walk through the door,
I
dude.
figured Katie would be a little, like, Tiffany's a little, like, I don't want to say the word uptight. Like, she's a little closed off and shy. Katie is the opposite of that. So I figured Katie would kill on the radio.
Somebody,
all right. If you would have talked to her for a second, you would have had some fun, probably.
Well, Django...
She don't hold back.
Django in the chat room said it sounds like a mom. Sounds like your mother, and she's right. Or
No, they didn't say she sounds like my mother. They asked, who's Katie? Is it your mother? And then nobody said you sound like my mother. By the way, my mother's pretty damn young, by the way. Like 47, somewhere, you know.
Yeah.
43, that's it.
All right, let's get into Against All Odds from this past Sunday night. Boy, if these first 20 minutes are any indicator... How old is she? Katie, by the way?
Katie, you're 21, 22. 21.
21, going on 40...
Young girl, yes.
21, going on 42.
21 going on 40. She sound old to you, or
She
what?
sounds old, man. She sounds older, you know what I'm saying?
She is very smart, but...
Yeah. No, I can tell she's smart. I can definitely tell she's smart, but she sounds older than 21. But whatever, so be it.
Well, let me ask you this, and be honest, because she can't hear you anymore. Would you assume that she's an attractive female, or what would you think based on her voice? I want to hear from you guys too. Did it sound like an attractive female or no?
I mean, you really can't tell if somebody's attractive just based on the sound.
You
of
get an impression.
her voice.
You can guess.
I would say she's got the possibility of being a MILF. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe 50-50.
She's a good-looking girl.
Is she? Yeah.
She's a good-looking girl.
Well, just a moment, please. She said. Can you put Boone back? Well, just a moment, please. Okay, Mom.
No, she's very smart and proper. That's why she said just a moment. He's making fun of you because when you went to give me the phone, you said just a moment, please. Like you were like a secretary or a receptionist or something.
So you gotta.
You're polite. You got manners. I know.
All right, now kick her out of the fucking office or your room or whatever you're doing, dude. Kick her out of there. We gotta tell her we got a live radio show to do and get the fuck out of your face.
All right, I'm cool. Let's do it.
All right.
Against all odds, I can't help you too much, by the way. I didn't see it.
Yeah, I can run it down. We were talking about Jesse Sorensen before we were rudely sidetracked by some bitch named Katie. No, I'm joking. It was a joke. Look, Boone no-selling me again. Look, he's not even here.
What, you want me to say you called my friend a bitch?
No, I hear...
Good one.
No, I hear somebody else in the background talking to you, dude, so I know...
Nobody talking. You're hearing shit.
Get out of here. All right, get to our live chat room, WZROnline.com/chat. Once again, WZROnline.com/chat. Against all odds from... That was crazy, by the way. That 518 call. I knew there was a reason I
thought it was one of your buddies when you said 518, and then like 2 seconds into the call, I'm like, why did he just interrupt everything in the first 10 minutes of the show to take a call?
No, I thought it was somebody messing with me with the 518 area code, so I said I got
one of your buddies or something.
Yeah, somebody. You know what I mean? Somebody from around here that knows me.
What are the odds, man? We get 904 calls too. Like, what's Wendy? Everybody knows Wendy. She lives like fucking 10 miles down the road from me.
That's right. She does call up from the 904 area code.
Small world, man. Yeah. Or big show.
Yeah, that too. Could be a big show. You know what I mean? Yeah. Traffic's picking up, dude. I feel like, you know, there's 75 people in the chat room, which is awesome, man. Awesome. You know,
everything looks normal, by the way. Numbers right now, I was just looking at the stream numbers.
Yeah.
They look great. Let me check the chat real quick. 74. Yeah, everything's great. Everything's normal.
Are you bullshitting me or not, dude?
No, 74 chat and over 200, damn near 200 on the stream, and it's Valentine's Day, by the way.
All right, you know what, dude? You know what? That puts me in a good mood. And you know what?
So let's do a show. Come on, man.
All right, we'll do a show. Listen, it's been listen, I'm not gonna lie, dude. I'm not gonna make anything public. It's not worth coming on here. You said blah 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 blah. I'm gonna go on there.
You can be general. You can speak in generalizations.
No.
Say, hey, I'm pissed off about something, or no, I'm upset about something. That's a better word.
I'm upset about something that transpired over the past week, man. And basically, what the deal is I've got to change my strategy up in the way that I run the websites and who I report
Your
for.
Whole business.
And basically, my plan is I can only say this to you guys, and then you guys can spread the word because I don't want to piss too many people off. But WZROnline.com is basically going to have more news than all of the other websites, and it started yesterday. So if you've been to WZROnline.com, you are getting all the news. If you go to websites such as EWN or other websites, you are not going to see the same news. You're going to see a lot of the same news, probably 70%.
Well, it's simple, 75%, like you said, but it's very simple. Ryan Clark has been on the air with you guys for 10 years. He's told you a million stories. He's had a million interviews. Name a fucking famous wrestler, we've interviewed him live, baby, live. And guess what? We've also revealed personal texts that my journalist brother Ryan Clark has gotten from a billion mid-card to high-level WWE stars, not TNA, WWE. We work in the big leagues here, folks, and you're talking to one of the most premium reporters online right now. Now, whatever happens behind the scenes has nothing to do with anything. My man still has contacts you wouldn't believe. He's texting people every day. He's on the phone with people every day. Email every day. Twitter every day. Radio once a week. My man has the scoops. If you want the inside scoop, you go to Pro Wrestling Scoops, or you go to WZROnline.com. That's where you get your news fix right now.
That's a hell of a plug right there, man. Basically, PWS...
I mean it. You know I mean it. I know you, brother. I know what you do.
All right. Well, basically, PWS and WZROnline.com. WZR Online's kind of been my pet project these days.
It's your fun, yeah.
But basically the deal is if you want all the news, you can go there. If you want some of the news, you can go to the other websites. And that's just the way I got to do it because I need to spend more time on my own websites than dealing with other people's websites and helping them out with pretty much nothing in return. So the fact is, just go to WZROnline.com, and that site, I mean, we're going to be adding stuff. A lot of new features are going to be coming. It's going to go mobile here in the next couple of weeks, where you be able to put in like
You really are working on that, huh?
m.WZROnline.com. So all that stuff's going to be up there, and then we're going to do the live video thing as well, the daily live video, which I think I'm going to feature only on WZROnline.com and none of the other websites. So
now that we're on the air, we got to talk about it, because you didn't want to talk about it when I brought it up earlier, because you had all the work shit going on with your business, which is important because it's your whole life.
Right.
But we were talking about I was trying to talk to you about the radio show and the fact that you have Skype, I have Skype, you've got a camera, I got a camera.
Right.
I was watching this morning a Joe Rogan podcast that he does on YouTube somehow, and it's split screen. He's in one city, his buddy's in another city, and they've got a split screen, kind of like you see on WWE when there's two promos happening, like a question and answer kind of thing, simultaneously, where you can have one guy on one side of the screen and the other guy on the other side of the screen. We've got to talk to our production people and all our friends that know about this kind of stuff, because you can be honest enough to say that you don't know how to do it, right? I don't know how to do it, but there's got to be somebody that knows how to do it, because it would be too cool, I think. Like, imagine Tiffany the segment if you could see her. Imagine the Katie segment we just had a second ago if you could see her. It would be a whole lot more fun. And it would be a whole lot more fun to just see me. Like, look, if I'm talking shit about Ryan and you can see his facial reaction, you can see him getting in a little pissy mood, or if he yells at me online and I get all pissy, and you see my fucking pissy facial reaction, it's more entertaining, I think.
Longest rant ever.
No, not ever. Jesus Christ, your rant about your goddamn shit was longer than that just now. I'm just saying, it would be a cool feature.
Yeah, it'd be a cool feature. I don't have a webcam here on this computer. I've got it on the laptop, so I would have to transfer everything over there, and then kind of go from there. But we could do it. We would just have to be split screen, like you said.
All we gotta figure out, is how to get two Skype video screens up on one stream. That's what we need to learn. So anybody that would know that, send Ryan an email. Where do you get the email at?
Webmaster at ProWrestlingScoops.com.
Do you know how to do that?
Who are you talking?
I might have somebody sitting right next to me. The Katie girl you were talking to is a computer genius. She formatted my computer once. She's helped me out a lot.
Nerd!
She's a hot nerd, but I'm just saying she knows about computers and stuff. See, so maybe I'll talk to her after we go on commercial or something.
Maybe you do that. Let's get into TNA Against All Odds from this past Sunday night. We're going to be taking the live phone calls in hour number 2. The official website of WZR Radio is WZROnline.com. We are on Facebook as well. Go to Facebook.com/WZRArmy, Facebook.com/WZRArmy. We're on Twitter as well. Just go to WZROnline.com, and it's right there on the top navigation bar. Go to social media, and you can find all of our social media links. So do that. So TNA Against All Odds from this past Sunday night. It was a decent paper. I mean, on paper, everything. I mean, going in, dude. Yeah, for an X Division, for people that love the X Division, it was the pay-per-view for you.
What was the main selling point? I'm sorry to interrupt you. What was the main selling point of the pay-per-view? Like, what were we tuning in to see?
Well, yeah, obviously you're tuning into a pay-per-view to see the outcome of the main event.
Yeah, what was the main event? That's what I'm asking. Like, what was the main thing going into the show?
It was, main event was Bobby Roode, Jeff Hardy, Bully Ray, and James Storm in a fatal four-way, pretty much. Well, not a fatal four-way, just a four-way, for the TNA World title, and Sting was out there as the special guest ring enforcer, and that tanked, dude.
We got pictures of that, by the way, on what site?
TNAWrestlingNews.com. Just throw a plug out there for that, right?
There you go. I'm trying to help a brother out.
Yeah, no doubt. You did those guys. You've been doing good, man, on the guys.
Damn right, I've been trying, man.
Yeah.
You gave me a little pep talk. You said, hey, asshole, I gave you an easy cush job, and you're treating me like shit. Why don't you step your fucking game up? Yeah, these aren't his words, by the way. But I was like, you know what? The man's not asking for much. Let me fucking, And I've been trying. I really have.
Yeah. All right. So we opened it up, right? First of all, Taz wasn't there. There was a death in his family. They announced that at the top of the show. So you had Borash, Jimmy Borash. You're not a big fan of his. Never have been.
I hate his voice. Nothing other than his voice. I don't like his voice. It creeps me out.
He was good on commentary, though, dude. I thought he did an alright job.
I've never heard him do commentary. I've heard him do ring introductions, but never commentary.
He was really good, dude. For a guy that doesn't often do commentary, and was asked to step up, due to it was a death in Taz's family, man. I thought he did a tremendous job on Sunday night. Yeah, man, it was really good.
Well, he did the WCW. I forget the name of the show. Live Wire. No, that was WWF.
You know what?
WCW had like some kind of internet show they did. Fuck. Somebody in the chat's gonna say I'm gonna feel stupid, but the WCW had a live chat show. Jeremy Borash and Bob Ryder, if I'm not mistaken, and they would do a live radio internet show, and he was really good at that. So it makes sense that he was good at the WCW Live. That's it.
Right. I could have told you that, dude. But the somebody in the chat room, Hobbert in the chat room, says that he does Explosion, and I don't watch that. That airs overseas, so that's probably where he's got knowledge of, some basic knowledge of how to commentate. So I didn't know that he did Explosion, but nonetheless, they kicked it off. It was Zima Ion against Jesse Sorensen. The winner would get an X Division title shot. I completely missed this, and up until this point, I haven't seen it on YouTube. I haven't seen it anywhere. I didn't see the bump as the stream the illegal stream that I was watching. The whole first match, I didn't get to see any of it, man. It was pretty much out. And then when it came back on, they were taking him out of the arena. But when it did come back on, I mean, you could see that people were clearly concerned, and he was out cold, man. I mean, knocked out cold. I guess
he was unconscious.
He was unconscious, man. It looked bad.
Okay. I just assumed it was like. I mean, I wrote about it, but I was a little bit drunk. But no, I just remember like assuming in my brain that like it was an injury, and that's why I didn't realize he was like literally unconscious. Like, was it obvious that like on pay-per-view that he was unconscious?
Oh yeah. When it came back on, when the stream that I was watching came back on.
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. I don't think. Well, give me the quick version. What happened to make him unconscious?
I guess it was a good match, and then Ion was on the middle rope, I believe it was, and did a moonsault, a backwards moonsault to the floor. And when he came down,
said he took a knee to the head.
When he came down on Sorensen, I'm gonna get there. When he came down on Sorensen, he took a right knee and just blasted him right in the head.
Wow.
And then it was revealed Dixie Carter came out and basically, sent out some tweets on Sunday night and said that he had been taken to the hospital and that it was a neck injury. And then it came out that it was a C1 fracture. Which is not good, and he was in the hospital. He's still in the hospital right now. Yesterday, he had feeling in his arms, but no feeling, tingling feelings in his legs. He could move his arms, but just tingling feelings in his legs. And then today, he is able to move both his legs, and Kurt Angle actually tweeted that he was able to move his legs and arms, and that it was going to be about...
God damn, it was that serious?
It was bad, man. It was bad. He was basically paralyzed Sunday night into Monday from the waist down. And then on Monday...
How was the finish did it look? Because I'm picturing in my brain, if you remember, when Stone Cold took the pile driver from Owen Hart when he was alive, and like he got his neck broken, and he couldn't even move, but he was scheduled to win the Intercontinental title, so he had to pin him somehow.
Right.
And it was the most sloppy roll-up. Like, it was just, like, clearly, it was so obvious, like, hey, this guy can't even move, but he's got to pin me somehow. Was it like that, or was it not as obvious?
I didn't see it, man.
You didn't watch the pay-per-view?
I didn't see it because the stream was out for the first match.
You didn't order the pay-per-view because it's your job.
I watched an illegal stream, like I just told you a couple minutes ago.
I wasn't out. Don't worry about it. Go ahead.
And the opening match I did not get to see, dude. So I can't tell you. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it on YouTube. I haven't seen it up until this point, so I cannot.
I haven't seen it either. Yeah, it sounded real cool though. Like when I was writing about it, not cool, but like something you would want to see. You know what I mean? Like something like, oh, I gotta see this to see what it looks like. Like you're very interested in it.
Yeah.
Even though I don't know Zima, I don't really know. I've heard the names, but I couldn't pick them out of a lineup.
Obviously, I'd like to see the bot spot, man, but again, I didn't see it. The stream came back for the second match for the pay-per-view, which was Robbie E. Boy, you can be so stupid. All I could do is laugh, man. You can be so stupid sometimes. I just got done telling you, man. I said, yo, I didn't see the opening match because this... Oh, wait, listen. What's going on there?
Oh, somebody was handing me I got like a giant dinner in front of me, so I'm going to be eating on the radio, by the way.
Oh, man.
I'm starving, man. I'm fucking so hungry.
You can't wait till after the radio, dude.
No,
oh, man. So stuff your face. Chomp away, dude. Chomp away. We'll
Alright,
run down.
I'm going to take a first bite steak right now. Let's see what it sounds like.
Do your thing, dude.
Alright. So what happened?
Is it pretty good? Are you going to tell us if it's good or is it okay?
It's fucking great, to be quite honest with you.
Does it? Alright. Tiff's a good cook, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Alright, Robbie E. versus Shannon Moore was up next for the TV title. They did an angle earlier in the day. We posted the video on TNAWrestlingNews.com. Robbie E. basically issued an open challenge to anybody, and then came out and cut a promo before the match and said anybody in the back come out for a title shot. And here I'm thinking, maybe it's going to be a former, I'm thinking Chavo Guerrero, to be honest with you, because he works for the TNA, the India promotion. Wasn't him. Out came Shannon Moore, who we really haven't seen in a while.
He still dressed up like a freak and all that shit?
Yeah, he's still got the whole gimmick going there. He came out, but they had a really good match. I mean, here's the thing about Robbie E. All right, I like the gimmick, man. You got to understand, Robbie E's got it. And I understand that, okay, he's got a Jersey Shore gimmick and this, that, and the other thing, blah, 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 and how it's stupid and, it's a rip-off of Zack Ryder. But here's the thing. When you are told, okay, when you show up and you are told that you're going to be, it's like Santino Marella. Do you think Santino Marella actually acts like that in real life? I mean, give me a break, dude. He's told to do this gimmick. And the
well, you're under contract. You know what I mean? If they tell you, hey, we want you to play this character, unless you got creative control in your contract, you pretty much got to do what you're told to do. You know what I mean? Right,
and he goes out there and he portrays a gimmick, and they tell him to be over the top and kind of like the Jersey Shore people, my dude, blah, 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 blah. He portrays, he's got the look, he's got the mic skills, he's got it, man, he's got it. And if you were to take him out of that gimmick and put him into a more badass gimmick, Robbie E. could be the next thing in TNA. And I think people they automatically assume, dude, it's like, oh, well, you've got this guy, and he's the Jersey Shore, blah, 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 and they automatically assume that this guy sucks. And he's never going to.
Well, is he an X Division sized guy, or is he? No, the guy?
No, he could be the guy, man. He's got the look, dude. He's got he's bigger than an X Division guy. But it's the gimmick that he's in. But when I look at a guy like that, I think this guy, if put in another gimmick, I mean, if he can portray the gimmick that he's in right now as good as he can. Put him in another gimmick, and I guarantee you that he could do something with that as well, man. So I'm a fan of it, man. I'm a fan of Robbie E. And not only that, but he went out there and worked a really good match with Shannon Moore at the pay-per-view. You know what I mean? And
I didn't see it, but yeah, I mean, I think your word for it.
No, they worked a really good match. Robbie E. got the win with a DDT. Then we had the Knockouts title match. It was Gail Kim and Tara. I'll tell you what, for the Knockouts, I mean, people wanted to see good matches, right? Good.
Well, Gail Kim and Tara, that on paper sounds like it would be a good. If it's got to be a women's match, and how much you expect from a women's match. Gail Kim and Tara sounds like that's the right combination for a decent match.
The problem I have with Tara is she can't cut a promo for the life of her, dude. I mean, it's painful to watch a Tara promo. Dude.
Okay, I am drunk. It's excruciating. There you go.
Dude, it's her and Matt Morgan. You know what I mean? Are two people that I just cannot stand. R-Truth on Raw too, dude, with the corny, the cheesy little. Oh my God, dude, I can't stand that, dude.
Let me tell you some things. Did I watch Raw? No. And I was watching it today, but then people came over and stuff started happening, so I couldn't finish it.
Right.
But I pretty much saw the entire opening segment where they had all the podium set up.
That was so corny, bro. The R-Truth. No. Oh my God, dude.
At first, R-Truth was corny, but then by the time he was done, I was like, that was a fucking brilliant pro. I thought it was really good. I can't lie. I cannot lie.
Wow, I thought it was so corny, dude. I'm watching that, dude, and I'm thinking, if somebody were to walk in right now, well, this guy's cutting a promo. You bring up douche chills all the time, dude. It's horrible, dude. It's direct.
I didn't get douche chills. I did not get douche chills. I really thought it was like obviously comedic, but by the end of it, like when he was done, and the way he circled back around and came to the main point of the thing with the Elimination Chamber, I was like, you know what? In its own weird comedic way, that was kind of brilliant. Like, that's my opinion, man. I really thought it was pretty clever and cool. I really did.
I can't. I like stuff like CM Punk. I like more real stuff. You know what I mean? Like Bully Ray. We're gonna get to Bully Ray here in just a little bit. By the way, Bully Ray. Let me tell you something. I'm not talking.
He can't cut a bad promo.
Bro,
if it depended on it, he'd be good.
Bro, obviously I'm not talking about an in-ring worker, okay? But when you are talking about some of the best promo cutters right now, currently in the business, yo, Bully Ray is right there.
When it comes to passion in a promo, nobody's more passionate about something that's fake.
Dude,
no offense.
I would say if you were to take the best two talkers right now, one from WWE and one from TNA, WWE you would have to go CM Punk, and TNA you would have to go Bully Ray, dude. They are the top two promo cutters within both companies. I mean, you cannot miss a Bully Ray promo, dude, because he's so, he's just he's got the bully, dude. You know what I mean? He's got the bulliness in him, dude. So it works, man. You know what I mean?
Hey. I gotta get some more steak sauce. I'll be right back.
Oh man.
I'll be right back. Talk sauce.
All right, we had Gail Kim. You see what I deal with every week, man? You see what I deal with, guys? Gail Kim and Tara for the Knockouts title. This was all right for what it was. Tara, they did, you had the injury in the opening match, and then Tara, I think she went for a moonsault and then sold the bad knee, and then went for the Widow's Peak towards the end of it, and the knee went out again, and then Gail Kim used like a knee breaker or something like that for the clean pin. But Tara did an awesome job. I mean, I can't stand her on promos, obviously, as we just talked about, but as far as an in-ring worker, she did an awesome job at selling that on Sunday night. Then we had the tag team title match. It was Matt Morgan and Crimson against Samoa Joe and Magnus.
Samoa Joe, man, I really gotta ask you, and I don't want to interrupt you, 'cause I know you hate it, but why does it seem like he's not a big deal anymore? Like, I don't watch the product, so I don't know, but is he really like just another guy at this point, or like what's the deal?
He's not a big deal in TNA. I feel like people like Hogan, and not only that, but he's gained some weight. You know what I mean? And I don't think
that was part of his thing. Like I think it was announced pretty much, like almost damn near confirmed. Like when Hogan and Bischoff first came in, like they just don't like him.
And AJ Styles was the same way though. You know what I mean? AJ was always the same way, man. And AJ's kind of been there. Like, he's been in the main event picture, but then he goes back. I mean, he had a match with Kazarian on this pay-per-view. It's kind of like Samoa Joe and AJ Styles are kind of, there's something
underappreciated.
Yeah, that's what it must be, Well, and then Hogan comes out. Hogan had said, I remember him saying years ago that AJ Styles didn't have it or something like that. And then in a recent interview, he came out and says AJ Styles is the next generation. And it's like, dude, you totally contradicted yourself from what you said a couple years ago. And this is Hogan, dude. I mean, every interview Hogan does. Dude, whether Hogan appears on Fox, MTV, CNN, whenever this dude does an interview, okay, and we have to put it up, we have to put a video up or a recap of it, there's always something in the interview. I don't care where it is or what interview it is. He says something so out of whack that you're like, are you fucking serious, bro? Did you just,
I was just watching the, I don't know, what is it called? It's the WrestleMania DVD WWE put out recently, like about a year ago. It's like a 3-hour fucking documentary. It's awesome. It's fucking great.
Okay.
But, and it's unrelated. Also, subsequently, Hulk Hogan did an interview with Michael Chiavello. He does the play-by-play commentary for MMA events in Japan and shit, like for HDNet. He's the HDNet MMA play-by-play guy.
Read that comment in the chat real quick by Versid.
Okay, where is it? By who?
Versid.
Ryan, why do you even have steak sauce boy on the radio? Does he know anything at all, or I was just about to talk about wrestling?
No, go ahead, dude. I'm just like,
I don't watch it. I didn't see the newspaper. I'm sorry, guys. What did I tell you?
It's stuck out. It's stuck out. It's only one guy, but it's stuck out.
By the way, because you didn't seem to know what the hell was going on with Sorensen's injury earlier.
I saw the pay. I told you, dude.
You also said something earlier. I'm not retarded that you didn't see it. So.
I did not. Listen, let me break it down to you for the third, or the fourth, or the fifth time, whatever it is. Here's the deal, dude. I viewed Against All Odds on an illegal internet stream. Okay.
It cut out during that match. All right, I remember.
Now, during the opening video and for the entire first match, it cut out. So I didn't see the first match.
I forgot.
The rest of the pay-per-view, I did see. We got that?
Anyways, that's what I was going to say about the Hulk Hogan. Always has one thing that he says that's just crazy outlandish.
Yes.
He was talking to Michael Chevelle, the guy I just described.
Yes.
And they asked him about slamming Andre at WrestleMania 3, and he's done it in a million interviews. He says, I tore, like, just turning him around, I tore my pec. I ripped my shoulder off the bone. I broke 3 ribs. It's like a goddamn, like he got damn near killed from doing a body slam. But if you watch the match, which I did on that WrestleMania DVD I was just telling you about.
Right.
They show the clip. He body slams him, no problem. Obviously, Andre jumped for him a little bit. He turned him around. When he was done, there was still a couple other things he did in the match where you could see he wasn't hurt. After the match, he did his flexing where he's, making his bicep pose, doing his, I don't even know how to describe it, like all the bodybuilder poses and stuff. If your arm is ripped in 3 different places, if your ribs are cracked in 3 different places, if your shoulder's torn off the bone, you're not flexing and goddamn doing all this. So clearly he's full of shit, but he wants like a legend built about slamming Andre because it's such a big thing in wrestling. Like Hogan slammed Andre. Like when you're a kid, it seems like it's important.
Right.
But when you get older, you're like, okay, Hogan was 6'8". Andre was not what they said he was. He was not 7'5". He was about maybe 7 feet tall, maybe 6'11". So he was like 3 inches taller than Hogan, maybe 50 pounds heavier. Of course he body slammed him. You know what I mean? It's not a big deal. But because of the legend of Andre the Giant, Hogan can tell all these lies, and Andre's dead. He can't, it becomes mythological fact after a while.
Yeah, well, Hogan's came out. I mean, there's been so many interviews. Like every interview he does, dude, there's always that one moment in the interview where he says something just crazy, dude. I mean, TMZ had him out, getting his mail just a couple months ago, and he was like, yeah, I'm going to shave the beard for a new movie or something like that. And then Hogan comes out in an interview the other day, and he's like, yeah, I would shave the beard for, I don't know, a couple millions of dollars, you know what I mean, a couple $1 million. And then he's like, I've been contacted by Gillette and other razor companies about an endorsement deal. No, dude, get out of here.
Man lives in his own world.
I mean, the things he says are just off the wall, and then he contradicts himself. AJ Styles sucks one day, and then the next day he's the greatest thing in pro wrestling, and he's the next big star, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? Any Hogan interview that we ever post,
it's
I mean,
crazy.
Take it with a grain of salt with whatever he says. I mean, nobody believes anything he says. So they did, I mean, you were talking about Samoa Joe, right? Basically being a nothing in TNA, and they gave him the straps on Sunday night, man. Samoa Joe and Magnus. I mean, and I know it's only the tag team titles, but the fact is they've got a title on them now, and it was a good match. It was just that the crowd, I mean, that Impact Zone crowd, you've only got 1,000 people, 1,200 people in the Impact Zone. And they're dead, man, and it's a pay-per-view, and everybody's begging him, listen, you've got to get out of the Impact Zone. And people don't realize where, it's easier to type on the internet or on a computer or talk out loud, move Impact out of the Impact Zone, unless you're the one spending all the money on TV trucks, on production equipment, on wrestler flights, booking hotels, and things like that. There's a lot more to it than just moving out of the Impact Zone, where a lot of people say, I mean, obviously they need to move out of the Impact Zone, but if money's tight, and I don't know that it is, you need to be careful about, how you do that. And not only that, dude, but you're already in Florida, okay? So I don't think it would cost all that much money to, go down to Miami or go up to Jacksonville, up towards your area. You know what I mean? Where I think people would make the drive, and you wouldn't really have to book flights. I mean, talents could drive themselves from Orlando to Jacksonville. It's only a 2 or 3 hour drive, right? You know what I mean? But it would still get you out of the Impact Zone. And I'm not talking about running, a 20,000 seat arena. Book a 6,000, 7,000 seat venue.
Do they sell tickets at the Impact Zone, or is it? I thought it was part of the Disney lot. It's like free as long as you buy a ticket to get into the actual. No,
it's you don't even have to get into the amusement park. It's free to attend Impact, any Impact taping.
Yeah, so that's why it would cost a lot more money, because they have to rent the building and all that kind of stuff.
Right, and people forget about like you just said, dude, the rental fees on buildings and things like that. I mean, think about it.
They're expensive, man.
Production trucks, booking flights. flights, you know,
fucking
all this stuff.
airplane flights or whatever, you know.
I mean, it's not easy, but no, you can attend Impact for free. It's part of the admission. Well, if you go into the park and you pay to get into the park and you go on the rides and things like that, you can get in. But if you're just an outsider and you're coming just to attend the Impact tapings, you can also get in that way as well. I think it's on like a boardwalk or something like that where everything is free. Everybody can walk around and everything is free. So, whatever.
Did you hear me eating on the air, by the way? Have you been hearing me chewing?
I hear you chewing.
Well, right now I know you can because I just took a bite of garlic bread. But could you hear me eating a steak for the last 5-10 minutes?
I have heard you eating a steak.
Really? Damn. It's so good, dude. I can't help it.
Yeah, listen, you're beyond the point of being sorry tonight, dude. Don't be sorry, bro. This is Boone, and this is Boone's World.
Trainwreck Central, baby. It was WZR Tuesday night. 2 weeks I took it off. Let's get back to
Limit break in the edge. See, Boone's not fat. That's the thing, man. He drinks a lot of beer and he eats a lot of food, but he's not fat.
You think I am?
He's
but
not
I'm
fat.
actually anorexic skinny. It's pretty scary.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's scary. I don't know how you don't have a beer gut. You know what I mean, dude?
I work out.
You don't work out. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
I do.
You don't work out. What do you do? What do you do for a workout, dude?
Do a boxing sparring exhibition by myself in my room. That's very good for cardio and weight loss, calorie burning. And plus, Tiffany the Tits has been taking me to the gym lately. She's been all gymmed out, so we've been doing the treadmill and the universal machines. And I remember you remember Tim, my stepdad. He was a bodybuilding fan. He's a big boy.
Right.
And so yeah, I know how to do all the workouts. So I've been actually working out lately.
There you go. So we got new TNA Tag Team Champions. They had Austin Aries. Actually, Bully Ray cut that promo backstage, but he brought up, dude, he's back there with Christy Hemme, right? And he says, he basically calls her ugly and she's nothing, blah, 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 blah. And he says, yo.
Christy Hemme is so fucking
He says, listen to this one. How good is this line? I don't know exactly how he said it, but this is the gist of it. He said, Christy Hemme, you're the type of girl that calls me at 2:30 a.m. and I blow you off. No sell? You don't like that? You're the type of girl. You're the type of girl that calls.
What's funny is that kind of humor you hate on the radio when I do it, but if you're recapping it from a pay-per-view, it's the funniest part of the show. I don't see the double. There's a double standard there.
Come on, dude. You're the type of girl that calls me at 2:30 a.m. in the morning,
I get the joke.
dude.
I'm just saying, if I would have said the same joke, you'd be like, dude, quit being a fucking inappropriate asshole. But he said it on a pay-per-view, so now all of a sudden it's accepted, so you're allowed to laugh at it and enjoy it. But if I said it, you would have hated it. I don't get that.
Give me a joke. Give me a joke real quick. Give me your best joke.
I don't have memorized jokes.
Again, give me a good line. Give me a good line.
I don't really have a good line.
You got nothing.
Here we go. Hold on. Let me go to Facebook. I'll give you one.
Okay. All right. No doubt.
See, I know. Line. I want to get the exact wording down, though. I just wrote it like 2 days ago.
All right.
Here we go. Give me 2 more seconds. Unless my internet wants to be slow. Here we go.
Yeah.
Loading it up.
Yeah.
Give me a 3, 2, 1 countdown.
3, 2, 1.
Here we are. And it's a Matt Boone original quote. I write these every once in a while on Facebook.
Okay.
Quote unquote. God created titties, comma, then beer. Then said, y'all figure out the rest. A couple thousand years later, here we are. A Matt Boone original quote. Let me repeat it. God created titties, then beer. Then said, y'all figure out the rest. A couple thousand years later, here we are.
Now read the chat. Now read the chat, dude. And no sold you on that. That sucked. It was horrible, dude.
That's good chat.
It was horrible.
That's a good one.
It sucked. It was bad. Anyways.
According to the chat, it's bad. But we don't listen to the chat for feedback according to you, so, you know.
We don't? When did I say we don't listen to the chat for feedback?
Anytime I'm ragging on the callers and the chat are goddamn going way crazier than this and approval, well, they only represent a small fraction of the audience. You can't have it both ways, brother. You got to pick one or the other.
Listen, anybody that comes, whether they're listening live or whether they're in the chat room and support the show, dude, I treat everybody with respect. Even the callers that call up.
Nobody's disrespecting them, but you tell me, don't fuck with the callers. I don't care if the chat likes it. That's only a small portion of the audience.
It is.
And but they go a lot more nuts than they did for that fucking reading I just did. And, you know.
I try to respect anybody that listens, anybody that takes the time on a Tuesday night from 8 to 10 Eastern time to listen to me and you. I gotta respect the hell out of that, man. You know what I mean?
I wish you would respect it. 3 more minutes, I think I can make it. I gotta piss so bad, you have no idea.
Well, go pee. Go pee. Go pee, and let me finish up against
All right,
All Out.
uninterrupted. Here's the rest of the TNA pay-per-view. I'm going to go take a piss.
Thank you, Jesus. If there is a Jesus, thank you, Jesus. All right, so we had, good Lord, you guys see what I deal with? I just want to fucking choke him sometimes. Whatever. Anyways, AJ Styles and Kazarian. It was a good match. I mean, again, dude, it was another good match. He is terrible. Tell him in the chat, man. You know what I'm saying? When he gets like this, this is like a step above the normal. You get the drunk Boone, you get the sober Boone, very rarely, and then you get the drunk Boone, and then you get the Boone tonight, which is like 2 steps above the drunk Boone. So whatever, you just gotta deal with him. Whatever, he'll be fine. So AJ Styles and Kazarian, another really good match, but the Impact Zone again was just dead for this whole pay-per-view. You had Daniels, who was out at ringside here, and I think the end came. I'm trying to remember. The end came. Styles did a it was like a springboard into the ring. Kazarian caught him and then hit the what's his finishing maneuver? The fade to black, is it called? I think is what it is. And got the pin clean in the middle. So Kaz defeats AJ Styles, and they're going to continue that angle with Daniels, AJ Styles, and Kazarian, and the 3 of them on paper. I mean, hopefully eventually they do a 3-way, AJ Styles versus Kazarian versus Daniels, maybe at the next pay-per-view, or maybe inside a cage, at Lockdown, or do AJ Styles versus Daniels at Lockdown inside a cage, which would be off the chart. There was a backstage interview. It was Eric Bischoff. Basically said that Gunner was going to destroy Eric Bischoff, and handed him a towel and told Gunner to basically give it to Hogan so that Hogan could throw in the towel. Then that led us into the match. It was Gunner and Eric Bischoff against Garrett Bischoff, and Hulk Hogan was out there at ringside. Story of the match was basically they worked on Garrett's neck. And then the finish came. Here he comes. Here he is. He's back. The finish of the match saw Garrett was beaten down, and Hogan was about to throw in the towel. Garrett told him not to, and Gunner then turned it into a DDT and pinned him clean. And then the main event was a complete clusterfuck. There were ref bumps left and right. Towards the end, Robert Roode went to pin Jeff Hardy. Sting didn't want to make the count. Hardy clearly wasn't going to get up, was out cold. And finally Sting gave in and counted the 3 count. Robert Roode retains the TNA World title. Once again, another pay-per-view where no title... Actually, one title. The TNA Tag Team titles changed hands. But I would say, as of right now, and I think the title will probably eventually wind up going to Jeff Hardy, but if it's not Jeff Hardy, give it to Bully Ray. I think the dude has proved himself. He's lost a lot of weight, says that he's in the best shape of his life, and can cut one hell of a promo. And that's what you need.
He's not a bad worker either. I mean,
he's not. No, he's really not, dude. He's a good worker, man. I don't think people give him the respect that he deserves, but I think the more people that see these promos and how much weight that he's lost and how he can work in the ring, I think between Jeff Hardy and Bully Ray, there could be something there. It's just, when are they going to get... And my feeling is that they're keeping the title on Robert Roode, and I feel like they want Jeff Hardy to prove himself. You know what I mean? Where... the guy's only been back in TNA for, 4 or 5 months now, which is basically nothing. But he's staying sober, and I feel like they're trying to prolong it to make sure that he stays sober, and then eventually, if he can prove himself, through a 6-month program or something like that, they'll give him back the title. Because they're apprehensive
by giving him a long-term reign because, he's had so many fucking problems in the past where they couldn't, especially as a company, have him as the face of their brand.
Right.
So, yeah, they're making him prove himself right now and earn his way back, which it seems crazy for somebody of his caliber because he could go to WWE tomorrow and be at the top of the card.
Right.
So for him not to prove himself in TNA and the fact that he's actually doing it means that, to me, I don't want to,
you don't want to jinx
I'm always a doubter, but it seems like the guy's got his shit together now, and he's going for it.
Yeah, it looks that way, man. And I think TNA is eventually gonna pull the trigger and probably. I mean, he's the bigger name. I mean, who's a bigger draw? Obviously, when you look at it on paper, right? Who's TNA?
Jeff Hardy's the biggest draw they got in the company, probably.
Right up there. Well, Kurt Angle's another one.
I'm saying Jeff Hardy when he right before he left WWE, he was outdrawing Brock Lesnar in UFC, like for Google terms, for internet interest, shit like that. You know, not as far as pay-per-view sales, but you know, he didn't have a machine like UFC behind him in TNA. You know, and even in WWE.
Right.
But he was the big deal. You know, he was drawing the ratings, selling the merchandise, the whole thing.
Right. Well, it's people like Jeff Hardy, you know, Ric Flair, Sting, Kurt Angle, people like that in TNA, which are obviously your biggest draws. But I would say Jeff Hardy's probably the number one draw in TNA. You know.
I would agree.
I would say he's right up there.
I mean, Hogan internationally. But nationally, I would say Hardy.
Right. We got to go to...
People today, as big as the name of Hulk Hogan is, sorry to interrupt you, as big as the name of Hulk Hogan is, I would say more people today, you know, the wrestling fans, the demographic skews way lower as far as age.
Right.
I would say more people know the name Jeff Hardy than Hulk Hogan right now as far as regular, hardcore wrestling fans that watch every week, you know, and live and die with it.
Wow, more fans know the name Jeff Hardy than Hulk Hogan? I don't know about that.
More fans are into Jeff Hardy than Hulk Hogan, not know the name.
All right.
They're more excited and they're more inclined to turn the TV on if Jeff Hardy's on than Hulk Hogan.
Oh, there you go. That works. All right, guys, we're gonna take a quick commercial break. We'll come back on the flip side. We're gonna be talking Monday Night Raw. And we're going to be taking your live phone calls. I'm going to put the post up on Facebook.com/Ryan Clark WZR. It's going to be the rapid fire segment that we do later in the show. I'm going to do that during the commercial break, so go over to there. Facebook.com/Ryan Clark WZR. We're going to play some Fray during the break.
Hour 2, are you starting off the way you used to? Do I get a break for a minute?
Really, dude?
Yeah, the tits.
You're really going to put her on?
Yes.
All right, dude. Whatever.
Have fun.
Yeah. All right. We'll be back. You're listening to WZR.
Talk about Valentine's Day or something. Keep it light.
Well, you gonna coach her during the break to come on here and be a prick?
No,
or?
I'm gonna eat during the break.
All right. We'll be back after the break with Tiffany the Tits. Yay! You're listening to WZR Radio with Matt Boone and Ryan Clark. We'll be back right after this. Alrighty, and we're back, WZR Radio with Matt Boone and Ryan Clark. For hour number 2, we're going to be talking Monday Night Raw from last night, taking the live phone calls, doing the WZR Radio Rapid Fire segment. And whatever else you guys want to talk about. Matt Boone, what's going on, man? Matt Boone.
Hey.
Oh, Jesus, I forgot to play your music. I forgot you were coming on. I'm sorry.
Not all about me.
No, I did forget. I did forget all about you. And you know what? It's Valentine's Day, so you got to bear with me. And I need to go get your theme. And we need to come back, and we need to start this over. Is this your theme? Wait, let me... I don't know. I can't even... Hold on. No, that's not it. That's not it. I'm fucking up. Sorry.
That doesn't matter, because I have an idea that is totally...
This is good.
That's not it.
Totally tick. Tick, 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 tick. What? Tick, 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 tick. What?
What kind of bullshit are you playing?
What? Don't say tick, tick. What?
Sorry, that one was good. Here we go. Here's your theme. Da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da. Get ready. Wait for it. Here we go.
Sucking on my titties. Sucking on my titties like you wanted me, calling me. Sucking on my titties all the time, all the time. Sucking on my titties like you wanted me, calling me. Sucking on my titties all the time, all the time. Sucking on my titties like you wanted me, calling me. Sucking on my titties all the time, all the time. Sucking on my titties like you wanted me, calling me. Sucking on my titties all the time, all the time. Sucking on my titties like you wanted me, calling me.
Please welcome to WZR Radio, Tiffany the Tits. Happy Valentine's Day.
That's better.
That's-
Hey.
I'm sorry, I completely forgot about you coming off the break. You know what happened? I actually said, you know what, I got a fucking shit-faced Boone on here, so I'm going to go to the refrigerator, I'm going to grab a beer, we're going to crack it open, I'm going to start drinking in hour number 2, just because I can't deal with Boone tonight. So what's going on, Tip? You make a good dinner for Boone, I heard, huh? Steak, mashed potatoes?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Mashed potatoes, all kinds of shit.
You know what I had for dinner? This is gonna sound crazy. My sister's out there and she made me chicken patties, right? And she goes and gets the turkey or the chicken at the store, and then she shaped the chicken patties into a heart shape. So it's a girl thing. It's a girl thing, I guess. I don't know, whatever. So, what was going?
I'm not really a big fan of Valentine's Day myself. So.
No, did Boone do anything for you, or he's just a big prick that he always is?
No, he's just a big prick that he always is.
Just a big prick that he always is. I figured. At least he could have done was get you some flowers or something. You know what I'm saying?
No, my best friend brought me a rose. That's what I got for Valentine's Day.
Oh, really?
And for dinner.
See, Boone can't even listen. Boone can't even walk. I mean, you can walk into your local convenience store, right? You can walk into like a 7-Eleven or a Cumberland Farms, something like that, and you can get a rose, right? You always see him up by the thing, right? And you know that he goes to get cigarettes and shit like that, cigarettes and beer, pretty much every day. And the dude can't throw down $2 to get you a rose? Come on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he sucks.
Yeah, he definitely does suck. So, anyway, so what's going on? What do we want to talk about?
Oh, I don't know. I seriously just got done eating. I was in the middle of cleaning the kitchen, and Boone's like, "Are you ready? Are you ready?" I'm like, "Not really."
Well, that's what I said. I said, dude, she doesn't have anything to talk about, but we can have her on here if you want, dude. I don't know. Well, anyways, happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you.
You're welcome, and we'll see you next Tuesday. No, we won't be here next Tuesday. We'll be here Wednesday. We got a live SmackDown next week.
Okay.
Okay, Wednesday it is.
All
right, later. All right, here he comes.
Did I just hear that we're not going to be here next Tuesday?
You heard we're not going to be here next Tuesday.
Why do other people, like especially people that are in the same room as me, know that before I do? What are we not doing Tuesday for next week?
Well, if you followed pro wrestling like you're supposed to, you would know that there's a live WWE SmackDown that's taking place next Tuesday night. So, you know what I'm saying?
You don't want to compete with that.
We can't. How are we going to compete with WWE?
Because we're better.
I don't know. Did Tiffany told you I cracked open a beer, though, right?
Did you?
I did.
I gotta say, I'm proud of you. What do you think of that?
Well, the only reason I did it because you're tough to deal with tonight. So I figured if I can't deal with you sober, dude, might as well crack open a beer and see if we can't do it this way.
Whatever makes you more comfortable with dealing. Yeah, I'm gonna be me. You adjust accordingly. How about that?
I will do that. I will do that.
All right, let's do a show then.
And it's been done. I've adjusted accordingly. So here we are. Get to the live chat room, WZROnline.com. /chat. Once again, www.WZROnline.com. Oh, weak, dude, weak. See what I wasn't
sure you wanted me to do it twice. Usually you only want me to do one or the other, and I never know which one you're going to emphasize, the first or the repeat. You see, you switch it up on me, and I got to stay on my toes, and I'm drunk right now, so my toes are not working properly.
You drunk right now? Get out of here. Get out of here.
Surprising, right?
Surprised? Color me surprised, dude.
What color is that?
Yeah, what color? Surprised?
Yeah. What color you surprised? I don't know. Is it like a bluish, purplish, red kind of?
Well, whatever you want it to be. We'll do pink because it's Valentine's Day.
All right, it's a pink because
it's Valentine's.
I say a bad word. Go ahead.
It's Valentine. It's Valentine.com / WZROnline.com/chat. All right, so Monday Night Raw last night. You saw bits and pieces of it, right?
I didn't see bits and pieces. I saw where they had the podium set up. That's it.
So that would be a bit and piece of Monday Night Raw.
I saw one bit, one piece, yeah.
One bit, one piece of bits and pieces of Monday Night Raw. So you saw some of Raw, right?
I didn't see anything plural. You said bits and pieces. I saw one bit.
Okay, so you saw one bit and one piece.
It's the same thing. One bit, one piece. One segment.
One bit, one piece, right. So, well, tell us, what happened? Monday Night Raw opened up, right? We had a debate.
That was pretty much the opener, right? So, CM Punk was entertaining on the debate. Dolph Ziggler, that was kind of the first time I got to see him do his thing a little bit in depth. I actually sat through his. Usually I would skip ahead, but I remember you on the radio saying that he's been kind of macking and relaxing. So I figured I'd check it out, and he's good. He's not Jericho CM Punk good, but he was. You would disagree with me, but I would say the order, like because of so many people, of the promos in terms of quality, I'd say CM Punk number 1. Jericho, I guess, number 2. R-Truth, number 3, believe it or not.
Right.
I'd throw Kofi Kingston after that, Dolph Ziggler after that, and then I got to ask you specifically because it's the only segment I saw, so I'm quite curious.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed pretty obvious that Miz ran over his cue, wouldn't shut up, and like refused to stop finishing his promo. You know, somebody else before him probably went long, and he got short on time because of it. Because they were cutting him off, and he just was not. He was like, no. He didn't say it, but he was dead set on finishing. You know?
No. That was when I watched it, I could tell that it was planned because they kept doing the buzzer thing over and over and over, and that was just Miz being, the.
I don't think so, man. I think it was because even Kofi Kingston at one point jumped in and interrupted him, like it's my turn, motherfucker. Now, I gotta stand on my own 2 feet. So, like, if he won't stop, I gotta cut him off because otherwise I'm gonna lose my time. It seemed like Miz was going long.
Listen, dude. Okay, so the week before, he damn near kills R-Truth from a spot to the outside, is screamed at backstage by Triple H, and the following week he's gonna come out on Raw and do what's not told to him. If his time is up, dude, you would say, okay, dude, I'm in the doghouse. I'm gonna shut up right now because of what happened.
My unfiltered opinion.
Yeah.
That's how it seemed to me when I watched. I don't know all the back shit like you're talking about. I know that he hurt somebody, but that was an accident.
No.
It seemed like he was just he was unwilling to stop talking.
No,
I don't know anything about that, by the way.
I gotta listen. I will respectfully disagree with you, dude. That was all planned, where his time ran up. Come on, man. Are you serious? You watched that and you really thought that Miz was just?
I really, honestly thought that they were like, hey, it's done, man. And they kept going, it's done. And then Kofi had to come, like, Lawler tried, the Buzzer tried. Then Kofi just started talking while Miz was talking. It seemed like Miz wanted to finish his statement. Like let's put it this way: if you're Miz,
look, you got that. Wait. You got
out your promo, and you're like, oh, I want to make this point. I want to make this point. I want to make this joke. Oh, and I want to finish with this. And then while he was out there, he didn't get to anything that he really wanted to get to. And while they were cutting him off, he's like, well, fuck, I gotta hit this.
We have what a mark. Jackie over Boone. Boone equals Mark. This is pathetic, Boone. It's still real to him. Just some random comments out of the chat. Boone sounds very dumb right now. I don't know.
Context. I don't know. I only saw that one segment by itself, so I couldn't tell you. But it really seemed to me like he was just fighting over the resistance. But clearly I'm wrong. The chat room seems to be quite against my opinion there. So I guess maybe I don't know what I'm talking about.
I don't know. I mean, I disagree, dude. I thought it's just Miz being cocky, man, and obviously his time runs up, and it's the Miz, and he's got the cocky gimmick, and he keeps going and going and going and going. I mean, listen, dude, the Miz is already in the doghouse as it is, dude. I don't think he's gonna come out there and try to stir things up more. And if that really happened, don't you think that when Miz got backstage, somebody would have said, "Yo, are you fucking kidding me, dude? When the bell rang, you stopped talking." And
I told you I haven't read news in 3 days, so I didn't know if this was a story. It just, to me, that's how it seemed. It really did seem that way. I'm being honest. That's the impression I got. Wow, he's not gonna stop. He should.
You know what? Then he did his job, and WWE did their job because they got people like you to believe that this guy is honestly not going to shut up and he's just going to talk over, the bells and everybody else. So I mean, they did a good job if they sold you on it. You know what I mean? And I don't mean that as an insult or anything like that, but I mean, it just, the whole opening promo, dude, the R-Truth stuff, I don't know, dude. I can't. It's too corny, dude.
Okay, let me catch you off one time real quick, because the chat room is looking at it like maybe this is I'm probably dead wrong, but the impression I got was this: the entire segment as a whole. I don't even know the time. Let's say all right, the first segment of the Raw tonight, 22 minutes. We'll give it 22 minutes. That's when we have to take a commercial based on our sponsor agreements. Blah 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 blah. We got 6 guys, 7, whatever it is in the chamber that needs to talk. Lawler's got to do some introductions, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking either Punk went long, Truth, like Punk and Truth both seemed maybe like they could have went a little long, and then it cut into Miz's time because they knew by the time they got to Miz, it was like, wait, we still got to fit in Kofi, and then we still got to fit in Jericho, and then the finish of the thing. So I was thinking, like, Miz was like, well, I don't give a fuck if they just, like, because, referees wear earpieces. Lawler was probably wearing an earpiece. It seemed, like, remember when he told Jericho, he said, you got 45 seconds. Like, he didn't say that to anybody else. So it seemed to me like, okay, everybody else went a little bit long, and because everybody went a little bit long, Miz, being the third to last guy, knowing 2 guys are still left, and Jericho's important, and Kofi's thing was kind of important too. It just, that's how it seemed to me, man. I'm probably dead wrong. It just really, really seemed that way to me.
Yeah, well, I mean,
bottom line, because this is the only segment I can really elaborate on, I really thought R-Truth was entertaining, and pretty goddamn creative, to be quite honest with you. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, where does R-Truth creativeness come from, dude? Creative.
I haven't seen it in a while. I haven't watched his shtick in a while. So he was tag team with The Miz, but yeah, the last stuff I saw was going in there. I think it was Survivor Series where it was Rock and Cena versus Miz and Truth. But I mean, and it was obviously corny. I mean, it was clearly corny, but like by the end of the promo, he hit every point that needed to be hit, so it was kind of clever. It was obviously funny in certain spots, you know, even if it was corny funny, it was still funny. I thought he did a great job, like being a character in WWE as opposed to a free spirit in TNA, which he's way better at, by the way.
Okay, Punker in the chat room says, okay, when everybody's chanting what, right? And then he says, don't what me, and then he says,
and then he says, okay, go ahead, what me.
All right, I'll give him that. That was okay, dude. But when he gets into this stuff about, does little Jimmy want this and little Jimmy want that? It's like, dude, it comes across as so fucking corny, dude.
But that's his gimmick, man.
I understand that. I understand
what I'm doing, and he's making the best of it. Like when he looks to the side, nobody's standing there. You know.
Right, dude. But when he talks about spiders and things like that, I mean, I understand it's his gimmick, but I'm also 31 years old, bro, and that gimmick is not appealing to me. If you're 15, if you're 10 years old, if you're 12 years old, sure, no doubt, dude. Maybe it's comedic to you, but for somebody like me that's 31 years old, no, dude. It's for the kids, bro. And when I watch,
clearly for the kids,
right?
I think it's a douche chills. Put it that way.
I don't think so. I feel the whole gimmick is directed towards kids, and it comes across as when I watch it, dude, it's like, man, this is pathetic. But I understand that you have to do that. I mean, obviously, I'm not gonna be around forever. The kids are the future of WWE.
But you know, Houston died. I believe the children are our future.
You know why?
Keep them well and let them lead the way.
You know why? You see, listen, somebody just brought it up in the chat, right? Wendy in the chat room says, you know what? R-Truth, right? And fart jokes, dude. You have like a 10-year-old sense of humor, dude.
I'm adolescent, comedically, yes.
You're like you have like the sense of humor of a 10-year-old or a 5-year-old.
I'm right. I was not sitting here laughing watching R-Truth. I was like, half of me honestly was like, this is corny and stupid and it's for little kids. But the other half of me was like, you know what? It's not as bad as other shit on the show, you know, mid-card segment, stuff like that you just can't watch. Like, if somebody was next to you and you were watching it, you'd be like, God, I feel so stupid watching this right now.
Right.
I didn't feel that watching the R-Truth. I mean, at first I did, but by the end, when he brought it back around and made the point about the chamber and everything like that, like, I was like, wow, he brought it back. Like, he went from starting off not serious, but like starting off talking about the subject, the chamber, to this random spider box full of spiders, little Jimmy, this like stupid comedy shit for kids. By the end of the promo, he went back to the chamber, and it was like a little something for everybody. I thought it was, if that's your gimmick, I'm like looking at it from his shoes. If that's the gimmick I have to go out and do on TV, he made a decent way of using it to where it wasn't like ridiculous. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, listen. I mean, he sold the points. You're right, dude. I mean, he came around and he hyped up Elimination Chamber and he acted like he was running for president, blah 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 blah, and did the whole spiel, dude. But I don't know, dude. The stuff in between, to end the promo, I'll give you that. To end the promo, it was okay, dude. But everything before that, no, dude. It was just too kiddie for me. You know what I mean? But I don't know. That's just my opinion.
What else happened on Raw?
What else happened on Raw? They announced matches. Before Raw went live via their Facebook page at WZROnline.com. It was basically all the guys in the Elimination Chamber match this Sunday night. They were in singles competition. It was Chris Jericho defeated Kofi Kingston. There was a backstage segment. It was Shawn Michaels arrived and gave Triple H a hug backstage. Zack Ryder was in John Cena's locker room in a wheelchair, and I had the neck brace and the flowers, and John was, saying, well, why are you here tonight? You're injured, and every time you come here, Kane takes you out. And he says, well, it's getting close to Valentine's Day, blah, 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 blah. And he had flowers for Eve. So Cena said, listen, stay in my locker room tonight, and I'll go get Eve. And that led to an angle later in the show. Randy Orton, they did a SmackDown brand match. It was Randy Orton defeated the Big Show. That ended via DQ. And then probably the segment of the night was the Shawn Michaels Triple H stuff.
I skipped around and I never got to it. Like, people came over and shit. I really feel bad about that. But I skipped to it, and so I'm going to watch. The fucked up part is probably sometime pretty soon after we're done the show, I'll watch it. Because I was interested to see what Shawn Michaels did. Because it seemed like it was real serious. and emotional, like the 2 or 3 spots I skipped through. Like it seemed like it was like real intense.
It was. You got to go back and watch that, man. Sean basically.
Was it good?
Really good, man. Really good. Sean basically came out and says, somebody tweeted him a couple. Speaking of Twitter, remember the thing with me and Shawn Michaels a couple of weeks ago on Twitter?
Yeah. We just talked about it last week.
Yeah, he came out and he said, he got a tweet from a fan. We actually put the tweet up on the websites.
Yeah.
Somebody asked him, why do you always come back during WrestleMania season? And he pointed out that he's Mr.
You get a WrestleMania paycheck. Duh.
Well, and he's Mr. WrestleMania. He pointed out and said that he's now the showstopper.
Rocky, fuck off.
He's the showstopper, and he's not the main eventer anymore. He's the Hall of Famer or something like that. And
I'm sharing my steak with that fucking dog. Get out of here.
And he calls out Triple H and wants to know, what's the deal? Gets right to the point, man. What's the deal? I want to know why you're not taking the match with The Undertaker. I want to hear you tell me that you're taking the match with The Undertaker at WrestleMania. And they go back and forth, really good back and forth here, and Triple H basically winds up saying, no, I'm not taking it, and goes to walk out, and as he walks out, Shawn Michaels walks out first, and basically says, I can't convince this guy to take a match, and then as Triple H is about to leave the ring, The Undertaker's gong hits, and they aired a video package, which was interesting, man.
It wasn't the same one of The Undertaker sitting in that room, all the clips and all that stuff?
No, this one they had, it was basically the same gist, but it had things added to it, and one of the things that really stuck out was there was a bunch of hair. There was some barbers in the video and some hair.
They're explaining the fact that Undertaker got his head shaved and he's not going to wear a wig anymore.
That's what I'm thinking.
He was wearing a wig, right, when he first came back?
When he first came back, he was wearing a wig. And my thought, I put it up on Facebook.
We got pictures of it, by the way.
I put it up on Facebook today that, listen, The Undertaker's, 40-something years old, okay? And it doesn't look like...
He's not 50 yet, for real?
He may be 50. He's got to be getting close to 50.
I think he's 50. I would swear that man's 50 or older, but I could be wrong.
Well, here's the deal. No matter whether he's in his 40s or 50s, look at The Undertaker when he had hair. He didn't have that much of it, dude. It seemed like it was, he had the...
the hairline was receding like crazy.
Yeah, they had the receding hairline, right? And then he went and took about a year off from WWE, and this is his first time back. And... at that age, hair doesn't grow back as it does as quickly. So I think they brought him back. He came out on Raw a couple weeks ago, and he had the fake hair. He had a wig on. And basically, you've only got a couple months until WrestleMania, and they must have a feeling that, this guy's hair is not going to be growing fully back by the time WrestleMania takes place. So how do you explain that? You're doing these videos which portray him as, this evil, blah, 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 I'm going to take you from the depths of hell, or whatever they say in the videos. You know what I mean? This evil guy, and I'm thinking, I'm not going to say that he comes out, and I know I put this on Facebook earlier today, maybe he doesn't come out bald at WrestleMania, or maybe he does, and he's got those, the Undertaker eyes, you know what I mean, dude, where, picture Taker bald, and you guys have all seen the photos online of the Taker bald, right, of Taker being bald. Picture him with the eyes.
But that would be such a big move, aesthetically speaking. Like you'd have to introduce it before you just shock the audience with it, because they'd be so focused on the fact that he's bald that they wouldn't get into the story of the match, because every match tells a story.
No, but
they wouldn't be able to fully invest in the match, because they'd be like, why is he bald? They would have to explain why he's bald. You have to make it.
Wait. Listen. Undertaker is booked for numerous Raws prior to WrestleMania, so it's not like he's going to come out at WrestleMania and that's where everybody's going to say, oh my God, this guy's bald, you know what I mean? They're going to see this before WrestleMania and know that he's bald or has shorter hair.
He's not bald anymore, by the way. His hair is back, but it's nowhere near long enough for it to look like he's The Undertaker. Is what the problem is.
Right, but listen, how long is The Undertaker going to be around, right? He's probably got this WrestleMania, maybe one more after that.
I'd say this is it. I'd say 20-0,
right,
or they do the shocker and do 19-1.
So,
yeah, this is it.
So then what do you have to lose by having Taker come out, if it's going to be his last appearance for the time being? What do you have to lose by having him come out?
Because it's his legacy, man. The last time he comes out for his streak, he's bald, and they don't explain why.
Bro, wait a minute, wait. Dude, a couple years ago, the dude was coming out on a motorcycle with a badass gimmick with a fucking do-rag on, bro.
Yeah, but he wasn't bald. It was different. He changed his clothes and he changed his personality.
Yeah,
but he didn't shave his fucking head.
Okay,
if you're gonna do that, you gotta do a loser gets his head shaved match. Otherwise, you're just wasting money because people will pay to be like, all right, one of these two guys is gonna be bald for real when this match is over. Why do it without cashing in? And Undertaker's business.
Dude.
It was just he knew he was going to be off for a long period of time following last year's WrestleMania. He decided to shave his head thinking, all right, I got a year to grow my hair back. And the shit didn't grow back in time, or he liked the style and didn't, we'll get extensions, and
yeah, but it's not,
WrestleMania I'll be fine, or something.
He's always had that evil type gimmick, you know what I mean? Taker has,
it would look really cool, but it would be such a shock to the audience that they would have to explain it going into. They couldn't just,
of course,
WrestleMania for the very first time you see Undertaker bald and be like,
hello.
They've already shown him on TV with a wig, so obviously the idea is not to have him roll into WrestleMania bald because they would have not had him wear a wig to make it look like he's got long hair.
Which is why they aired the video last night of him cutting his hair, dude, so that when he does return, and like I told you a couple minutes ago...
They showed him shaving his head or cutting his hair?
They showed him cutting his hair, man.
Yeah, so he'll probably have his regular hair, and that'll explain why it's not as long as it should be.
Yeah, but they did the video last night to start the storyline. I mean, obviously, like I said, dude, he's not going to come out at WrestleMania. Everybody's going to see him for the first time with either no hair or much shorter hair, dude. They're not... He's booked for numerous... He's booked for the Raw in Boston. He's booked for numerous Raws before WrestleMania. So they're going to play off this angle. People are going to see him before WrestleMania. It's not going to come as a shock to everybody at WrestleMania. You're going to see him on Raw with shorter hair or bald. You're going to see this new evil gimmick going into WrestleMania.
No, I agree with you on that. If that's what they're doing, I didn't see the video, man. So I could be sounding like I don't even know what I'm talking about right now. I'm just saying, if they are going to have him go into WrestleMania without his normal hair, they got to explain why it's cut. Like, okay, they did a video package showing him getting his haircut. That doesn't explain why they're doing it. Did they explain in the video why they were cutting his hair?
No, but you're going to see that, dude. You don't...
That's what I'm saying. Okay, I agree with you on that. If they explain why his hair is getting cut or what, like, you know, if I can't even creatively in my brain right now think of why, how they could organically, you know, talk about him getting a haircut in the story. Like, the storyline has nothing to do with anything with his hair. How would they mix that in without it being, like, obvious? How could they make it seamless? If they can, and apparently they are, if they're doing videos of him getting his haircut, then that's what they're doing. But I'm just saying, I'm trying to speculate with you on the air here as to what the explanation will be, like, to the public. Like, why is his hair getting cut? Like, you know what I mean?
I couldn't tell you, dude. I mean, I don't know, but like you said, dude, they started it with the video. It's like Chris Jericho coming back to WWE, right? And he didn't cut the promos, right? And everybody's like, why the fuck isn't this sucks, dude? Why isn't he cutting the promos? Everybody wants to know what was that with the Undertaker's hair on that video last night.
That's creative, though. That's not physical.
Right. No,
I'm wondering why Jericho wasn't talking. That's creative. You're trying to figure out why is he doing that. With Undertaker's hair, it's a different thing. Like it's like, wait, why is he cutting his hair? Like, what does that have to do with anything? Like, okay, we understand.
Right.
He might not have it anymore. Like Triple H thinks he's past his prime. What does that have to do with his hair?
Bro, it's got everybody talking, bro. It's got everybody, I mean, coming out of Raw last night, everybody's thinking, what is going on with Taker's hair? And you know what? Next week, you're probably...
I gotta see it, because maybe it'll make... Usually when I see shit, I know exactly what's going on.
Next week, you're going to have a follow-up to the video that aired last night. And the week after that, you're going to have a follow-up to that video. And then... in 3 or 4 weeks from now, as we get closer to WrestleMania, we'll know why Taker has no hair or has shorter hair, dude. It's a build, and then Taker will return, and you'll see him with this new look, and then you'll go into WrestleMania with the Taker Triple H feud. You know what I'm saying, dude? You just got to give it time. I mean, they hinted something last night, and it got everybody talking. What was the deal with the hair last night, right? And in the weeks preceding
I didn't see it. I didn't even know that was a big thing. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens in the next couple of weeks. But listen, go to YouTube and really the DX.
I've already got Raw downloaded. I just haven't got to it yet.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing to watch that shit in front of a large group of people.
No, don't skip the Mikey Mike. I agree with you in the chat. Boone does too. He knows it, but he apologizes, so it's cool, man. I'll let it slide. But no, listen. I mean, we'll we'll see what happens in the next couple of weeks. I mean, it's getting good, man. WrestleMania is coming up. WrestleMania season is always good because you know they go off.
For it. And by the way, I just interrupted you there, and it seems like that was a pretty seamless one.
That was
you
good.
told me before that I'm brilliant at interrupting you. Like I do it at the perfect time, so you can think or look at something.
Yeah.
Plus I add like a commentary on what you're saying. Well, you've told me this.
When have I said? Years ago? 5 years ago? 6 years ago?
No, very recently, man. You said like you couldn't do the show with anybody else because I know when to stop talking. I know when to start talking. Like if I'm gonna interject something, it's because I got something to say. I'm not just interrupting you for the sake of fucking interrupting you. You know what I mean?
Yes, sure, dude. Get to our live chat room, WZROnline.com/chat. Once again, WZROnline.com/chat. All right, let's open up the phone lines, man. 518, save me.
Did you put the rapid fire thing up yet?
Yeah, I did it during the commercial. Right before we went to the commercial break, I said I'm gonna go put the rapid fire thing.
Usually you have me plug it. I don't know.
I plugged it, man, before we went to the break. You don't remember?
I didn't hear a big fucking hard sell for rapid fire. How many questions we got?
I said go to Facebook.com/Ryan Clark WZR. I'm gonna make the post during the commercial break. Comment on there, leave your feedback, comments, and we'll get to it in hour number 2,
That's
man.
not what I asked. I asked how many questions. Is it nice and full?
We're not ready to do the rapid fire, so I'm not on Facebook. I'm gonna go when we're ready to do it, and I'll check. I'll see what we got. All right, here we go. Caller, you're live on WZR Radio. What's going on?
What's going on? I feel as though that since Vince Russo got fired, if he went back to WWE, things would turn around a whole hell of a lot.
Okay. Oh man.
Wait.
But anyways, that's a great question. I can't believe we haven't even talked about that yet.
What? If Stephanie McMahon returned, is that what he said? If who?
No, Vince Russo.
Oh, Vince.
He got fired from TNA. He said if he came back to WWE, things would change a whole lot. You know, he sounded like a classic stoner, but I can't believe we haven't brought up the Vince Russo story yet.
Well, we talked about it in hour number 1, man. We were going to talk about it here in hour number 2. Vince Russo fired from TNA.
All right, give me the whole story, because I don't know yet. I've only seen headlines.
Well, it all went down last week, early last week, too, Monday or Tuesday of last week. Vince Russo met with Dixie Carter, and they had a sit-down meeting. Basically, ratings had not improved, and they mutually agreed to part ways. Here's the deal, though. Okay, with Vince Russo. I think he takes a lot of unfair criticism from fans, and here's the way it works. You've got a TNA creative team, and your two main guys on that creative team were Vince Russo and a guy named Matt Conway, who most of you guys have no idea who that is and have probably never seen him. Those guys would pretty much write the show with input from others. Once the script was complete, it would go to Bruce Pritchard. And Bruce had come on just a couple months ago. We reported that TNA had signed him, and he is the senior creative director for TNA Wrestling. Pritchard is. And then the scripts from Russo and Conway would go to Pritchard. Pritchard would make tweaks, and then there would be input from Eric Bischoff as well. So basically, Bruce Pritchard and Eric Bischoff are, I guess you could say, the Vince McMahon of the TNA creative team. And ratings hadn't improved, and Russo, who, along with Conway, were the two main guys that, presented the script to Pritchard. He was told by Dixie Carter ratings hadn't improved, and we're going to have to let you go, and he was cool about it, man. And Dixie Carter came out and confirmed this on Twitter, actually on our Facebook today, and then posted it on Twitter and a couple different posts as well, that they had mutually parted ways. Here's the deal, though. I mean, everybody blames Vince Russo. Like, everything in TNA, everything you watch on TV...
Everything was his fault. It sucked.
Right. Everything was always Russo's fault. And back in WCW, no doubt, you could blame Russo and Bischoff. But in TNA, it's a different story. And not only that, but everybody was excited when everybody heard, Bruce Pritchard is coming on to TNA, or he's signed with TNA, and he's going to be a part of the creative team. Everybody got excited, and TNA hasn't changed one bit. And not only that, but listen, we're all fans, right? I'm a fan, you're a fan, everybody in the chat room's a fan. I'll tell you right now, I could not go and write weekly TVs. I couldn't do a 2-hour show every single week and write a script with, timing limits, backstage segments, production, this, that, and the other thing. It's not...
You have to keep shit fresh. Everything will have to be different week to week. You have to think about, okay, you've got 6 to 10... I can't even imagine. 6 to 10 different programs, feuds. You know, this person doesn't like this person. Here's why. Here's why they don't like them this week. Here's why this person. You know, here's something funny this week. Like you don't think about how complex it is.
Right.
It's a lot more diverse than you would imagine.
Very, very complex. And people think, I mean, I guarantee you, I mean, most of us could probably do it for a couple weeks, you know what I mean? 1, 2, 3 weeks, man. But building to long-term storylines, what is that noise?
I hear it too. I'm trying to get rid of it. I'm assuming it's me. Hold on.
Yeah, it's got to be your phone or something.
I didn't do anything. But
it's a case of a guy gets unfairly blamed for a lot of the things that happen, and we could probably do it for 1, 2, 3 weeks. But building to long-term.
Well, yeah, the armchair booker is classic in the sense that if I could book the main event, just that, for 5 weeks, I could come up with something better than you. Okay, but they got more than that. They got to book fucking 2 hours of TV,
right?
3 hours of pay-per-view, however many hours of supplemental TV, Explosion, God forbid WWE. God, could you imagine the creative team there? You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot more than you think about. You know what I mean?
It's a lot more than you think about. And people just say, well, fire Russo and TNA is automatically going to become a better product. No, it doesn't work that way, man, because guys like Matt Conway are still there. You've got Bruce Pritchard, who is your senior creative guy. I mean, he's the main guy that's been approving all these and making edits and making tweaks and things like that. Brother love, man, and you know what I mean? And, I mean, I don't think TNA is going to change unless you get somebody like Paul Heyman in there who can just have complete creative control and take this company and scratch any storylines that you have ongoing. And you can't do that because you've got a weekly television program, and everybody says, well, I tuned in last week, and now we've got something completely different this week. So Paul Heyman would have to come in and fade out the current storylines and come up with a plan.
WCW, they tried to erase and surprisingly enough, it was when they hired Vince Russo, and it was Vince Russo and Eric Bischoff. They started the Natural Born Killers,
right,
and something else, and they were they pretty much said on TV during a promo, forget everything you've been watching the past few months, the past few years, whatever. We're starting clean tonight, and they tried it that way, and that could even work if you had the right reset angles set in place.
Right.
But they didn't really have anything set yet. They just knew, let's reset everything because the way things are going for the last year or two sucks, so bad. Let's reset it tonight. We have a new era creatively, and we'll just go from there. But they didn't really know what the fuck they were doing, and the one big thing they had set up was not satisfying to the public, and they didn't. I guess they didn't have any backup plans or something because it just didn't work. The new blood, the Natural Born Killer, it just didn't work.
Right. All right, let's take live phone calls. 518-712-3070. 518-712-3070. While we wait for those, we'll do some rapid fire real quick. Joel Burma Strazik, why isn't Jeff Hardy in WWE? Real quick, Boone, why isn't Jeff Hardy in WWE? We'll just do one-word answers.
Oh, because he's a drug addict. Go ahead.
He's in TNA right now. He's under contract. Nikki Bailey, thoughts on Eve helping Cena find his inner Eva? That was weird last night, man. They did an angle on Raw where basically Eve was, damn near death, dude, screaming, dude. And Kane put her in an ambulance, and he was about to. Kane was about to drive off with the ambulance with Eve inside it, and Eve comes jumping out of the back of the ambulance and had fucking a makeout session with John Cena. And then Zack Ryder appears, and he's like, bro, are you serious, man? What are you making out with my girl for? But it just seems so corny, dude. It seems so corny just because Eve was basically fighting for her life, and she jumps out of the back of an ambulance, and all of a sudden it's like, yo, let's have lip sex. You know what I'm saying, dude? It was like, Jesus, what's going on? But it'll be interesting. I think Ryder's going to go heel. Ryder and Eve are going to go heel and eventually embrace the hate, team up with Kane, and we'll have Kane, Zack Ryder, and Eve basically telling Cena, yo, you've got to find your inner evil or whatever they're doing. James Miner, please tell Boone to stop drinking, and also, will Russo come back to WWE? Russo to WWE, no. I can't tell Boone anything.
I'm out of beer, by the way, so I'm done drinking for tonight, if that helps.
Christopher Brown, Ryan, which do you think is the bigger botch? The R-Truth dive on Miz, or the push of Zack Ryder off the stage last night was unbelievable, man. That looked brutal, man. And he could have been really hurt, dude. We haven't heard anything. and we would have heard by now.
Yeah, if it was really bad, you would have heard by now.
No, so he's okay, but that was brutal last night on Raw. Mark Anderson, can you do a tribute to Whitney Houston by playing a song of hers in the middle or at the end of the show? I will do that at the end of the show for you.
The greatest love of all. It's a beautiful song.
No, I want to play the, well, we can do, didn't she sing, What's Love Got to Do with It?
She got that one, and I will always love you.
That's the one. That's the one. That's the one.
The children.
All right, dude. All right, dude.
The greatest love.
Oh, my God, dude.
You got a bunch of them, bro.
What? I Will Always Love You. We'll do that one. That's the big one.
There you go. That's the most famous one.
All right, Brady, stealing potted plants to illegal stream. I think you need an intervention. I like that. Jeremiah Allen, with Vince Russo gone from TNA, does that open the door for Jim Cornette and an ROH invasion? No, Cornette's going to be with Cornette's the same way with Heyman. Unless he's got pretty much complete creative control, he's not coming to TNA. Russo's not going to WWE. Heyman's probably not coming to TNA. Cornette's probably not going to TNA. So basically nothing's going to change. Bill Littlewood, ROH versus TNA would never happen anyhow. Oh, he's just responding to that. Frank Joseph Finlayson, would you enjoy and do you agree Daniel Bryan versus William Regal would be an amazing feud? Well, Daniel Bryan used to train with William Regal, so, I mean, no doubt, dude. I'd love to see a match between the two, but not to headline a pay-per-view. I just don't think that's a big enough draw. I mean, William Regal's never going to be a main eventer, world title. I mean, how old's he, man? He doesn't have that long left.
He's getting up there, that's for sure.
Marcel Locke, who's Russo going to blame for failing in TNA? I don't think you're going to hear from Russo, to be honest with you. He won't blame anybody. Not right now. I mean, in a couple of years, I'm sure, or in a couple of months, I'm sure.
You'll hear from you.
He'll
hear from Russo
right.
on the shoot interviews and stuff like. He'll come out and bitch eventually.
He'll do an interview, but it's not going to be right now. I think he'll take some time off. Rob Saval, we are one dysfunctional family, but I love y'all. WZR Army, Boone, easy on the liver. Ryan, easy on yourself. Love, Punker. You're the man, bro.
Tucker, you're one fucking quite the fucker.
Come on. Punker's a good guy, man. He's here every week.
Punk. I thought you said Tucker. Okay.
Punker.
That's Punker. That's how drunk I am. Go ahead.
Is Miz in the doghouse? Anthony asked that. Yeah, I mean, we talked about that. There was a pretty big screaming match that happened backstage after that match.
Was there a chance they were fucking with him last night then, during all that? Because clearly something was going on. Why would they fucking... Nobody else got horns sounded on him multiple times, had two different people cutting him off and just talking over him while he was trying to finish. Something was up, man. I'm telling you. I haven't watched week to week. If I did, I would be smarter than everybody listening. You, the listener. I would tell you exactly what's going on, but I don't really know. I had to guess it from one isolated segment 1 week.
All right, let's take phone call. We'll go back to phone calls, and then we'll get back to that.
And then we're going to take some phone calls. You're live on WZR.
Caller, you're live on WZR Radio. What's going on?
It's Rebel Forrest, and I'm doing the name.
We're doing. How are you?
I know we're doing. I just wanted to come on tonight and talk something that's actually not TNA. I wanted to talk Ring to King. I want to see if you guys watched the first 5 episodes and what you thought on them.
Yo, I watched the, I know Boone didn't watch it. I watched
I'm afraid I missed that one.
He says I'm afraid I missed out. I seen the first 2. I love the crowd, man. Like I said last week, man, I seen the Scott Steiner stuff. I post the videos on TNA Wrestling News. I need to go back and sit down and take the time to actually go through and watch these. But I hear it's really good, man. And a lot of people, not just you, have brought that up. And I've said, dude, have you seen Rinka King? And I saw the first 2 episodes, but the last 3, no, dude, I haven't seen them. So let me get back to you on that. I definitely want to check them out, dude. I just got to make the time to do that. So eventually. 518-712-3070. 518-712-3070. You are fucking crazy, Boone. I gotta give it to you. No, I know, dude. I just gotta give you. You are just a crazy motherfucker. There's no. Oh, wait, hey, wait.
Around the edge. Yeah.
Shh. I've been waiting for this.
Do it. Give a big introduction.
My sweet Valentine. Hello, Jackie.
Hi, guys.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day to you guys, too.
How you doing? What's you got that special somebody in your life for today?
Well, I haven't talked to my boyfriend since he graduated, so not really.
Wait. You haven't talked to your boyfriend since you graduated. Well,
since he graduated.
What is he, overseas or something?
When did he graduate, Jackie?
He graduated back in August, and I have...
How old are you, Jackie?
24.
24, okay.
Are you a sexy 24-year-old?
I really don't want to...
Hold on. Jackie, did you get any flowers and candy for Valentine's Day today?
I got candy, but no flowers.
Jackie, I want you to do me a favor.
Did you eat all the candy yet?
Shh.
Jackie.
I'm on a diet.
Jackie, I want you to do something for me. You're near a computer right now, right?
Yes.
You're not in the live chat room, are you?
No, why?
No, I want you to type this in. www. Bear with me, okay?
Okay. Hang on.
All right, get to the computer.
Yeah, hang on.
All right.
I'm also watching the Red Wings game.
All right. Well, hold on for you.
Okay, www.
All right,
Okay.
www.WZROnline.com
WZR online
slash chat. Okay. Now, what do you see where it says, for WZR Radio Listener of the Week?
Is it her?
Read it.
I'm looking right now.
Read it to me. It's right above the chat room. It's right above the chat.
I see it.
It's right above.
My special Valentine.
I did that just for you, Jackie. I did that just for you before we went on the air tonight because I knew it was Valentine's Day. Yeah, baby!
Oh, great. My internet's not responding.
Oh, Jesus, dude. My whole surprise is fucked. It's completely fucked. I did that for you.
No. It's working out.
All right, do you see it? And I made it bold for you. I made it big and I made it bold.
I don't see it for some reason.
What do you mean you don't see it? It's right above the chat room. Look above the chat room. You see the chat room down below? Look up. It's big and bold. It's right in your face.
I still can't see it. I'm having a hard time getting on your guys' website.
Jackie, I can't believe this. It says this week's WZR Radio Fan of the Week is my special Valentine, Jackie. Huh?
Hold on.
I'm done. Jackie, no, I'm not hanging out. You fucked my whole shit up, Jackie. Damn it. She fucked it up, Boone.
I think somebody just came in here and puked.
Puked?
Hey, D, are you alright in there?
What?
Yeah, puking alright. No shit. Alright.
He's still
going.
You got pukers there, huh?
It's a radio show. We got some vomit happening.
Jackie's a sweetheart. Ain't she? She's part of the whack pack, bro. We love her. You know?
I'm sorry, man. Somebody just puked their damn liver up at me. It was great.
Alright.
Because I had a microphone in there. God damn it.
Alright, Jackie, did you see it or not?
I'm almost there.
Oh, my God. Call back when you're there. Call back. Go somewhere.
You can just tell her it says my special time. Special Valentine, Jackie.
I've done that, man. Call it. You're live on WZR Radio. What's going on?
What are your thoughts on Tyler 542?
On who?
Tyler 542.
Tyler 542.
Wrestling YouTuber talks about it, trending.
I have no idea who Tyler 542 is or whatever he said. What? Is somebody on YouTube? I have no idea. Did he just, was that a cheap plug for his,
I think he said Tyler 542 on Twitter, something like that. I think it's a plug, yeah.
It's I think he plugged his own YouTube channel or something like that, dude. I don't know. Whatever. That's what happened right there, right? That was kind of, I'm gonna call up and promote my YouTube channel or something. Alright, oh Jesus, here she is again. I gotta be nice. It's Valentine's Day. Yes, Jackie.
I'm here.
Okay, right above the chat room, it says this week's WZR Radio Fan of the Week is, and then in great big bold letters, it says my Valentine, Jackie.
Okay, I'm clicking on the chat right now.
No, not clicking above the chat room. Look above the chat room. Above it, there's text. There's some text.
Okay.
Holy.
Man.
Oh, Jackie.
Why do you do a show for one person every time she gets on the phone?
Because
it's great, but you hate Tiffany, you hate Katie. Jackie, let's spend 10 minutes finding a little link that nobody can see on the goddamn radio.
Because she's entertaining. Listen, you know damn well, okay, that out of all the callers that call in every week, some of them are intelligent,
You make it entertaining.
Okay,
but she's so entertaining. You make it entertaining the way you treat her.
I don't make it entertaining. The thing she says.
It's the way you talk to her that's entertaining.
It's not the way I talk. When she calls up and she says, "I cannot believe that Chris Jericho did that to Stephanie McMahon. I can't believe it." No, Jackie, wrestling is not real. It's not real, honey. You know what I'm saying, dude? I don't know. She's dumb, dude. She's part of the whack pack. It's entertaining. You know, people say you're the Artie Lang of WZR Radio, right? She's the Artie Lang of WZR Radio, right? So we need. You're talking about Howard Stern.
She's the Wendy the retard of WZR. She's not the
she's the Wendy the. Listen,
good for a quick call.
All right, but listen. Where I'm going with this, dude, is people call you the Artie Lang of WZR Radio. You know who Artie Lang is? The Howard Stern Show, right? Or former co-host of the Howard Stern Show, right? Howard Stern has the Whack Pack, Beetlejuice. You can name them off. Beetlejuice.
Wendy the retard, Gary the retard, Elephant Boy, Crackhead Bob,
right?
The drunk,
right?
Eric the midget,
right? And they're entertaining when Howard Stern has them on. And why are they entertaining? Because they're so goddamn stupid, dude. That you're like, are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
You know?
Howard Stern has no problem fucking with them. You don't like fucking with your callers. That's where you think, nobody will ever call in again. People will always call.
I don't fuck
with whoever you want. You'll always have callers. Believe me.
I don't fuck with Jackie.
You do. That's the only one you're willing to fuck with because you're comfortable with her.
So
if you
what?
let me let loose on some of these regular newers or what. Believe me, I would make, like, who came up with Callie? Well, what was the fucking Maurice caller?
Who came up with
remember that dude?
Who came up with Callie? Because he's from California. That's a good one, dude. I'm gonna call
name. I'm the guy that would fucking talk, Mr. Boone, Mr. Clark. He would do all that shit. And then there was the Maurice caller. I was wondering for an update on my favorite diva, Maurice. He would Rhode Island. What about the Rhode Island caller? I see when you can make fun of somebody.
Okay, I'm gonna just for you, dude.
Shit.
Just for you, bro.
All right, I gotta be off the air within the next 6 minutes, okay?
Yeah, we gotta go in 2 minutes anyways. But before,
I got a phone call that I need to answer.
Cool, but before we go, and we've only got 2 minutes left. Hello, Jackie.
I see it.
Yes, thank you. Now I can go to sleep.
Did you just take a third call from her to confirm she saw that she says her name's on the fucking chat site for 2 seconds? Are you kidding me?
Just to fuck with you, man. Just to fuck with you. People love her. Wait a minute. For the people in the chat room, she's calling back again, man. For the people in the chat room, come on, man. Jackie's.
Is she still online?
No, Jackie's entertaining.
Okay, she's fat.
Jackie's entertaining though. Come on, man.
She weighs a whole lot of pounds.
You guys could admit this, man. She's entertaining. That's why, listen, I could ignore the phone call every week, right? I could do that. I don't do it. She's entertaining. She's so stupid that when you listen to her, you're like, God, is she fucking serious right now?
I know, and the fact that she's not a little kid. Like, she told us her age before.
Right.
I think she just told us tonight, and I'm not drunk and I don't remember, but it was like, it's 20-something, mid-20s, something like that.
I think it's 24.
Yeah, she said it. 24, right?
24.
She sounds like she crosses her arms and stamps her feet and says, I don't want, chicken for dinner. Like she's throwing a little hissy fit and shit. It's great radio.
Thank you. It's great radio. So what are you bitching at, dude? You just got
I'm not bitching. You're allowed to fuck with her. You decided that she's fuckable with.
Okay.
You tell me I can't fuck with anybody though. If you'd let me fuck with the callers.
Listen, I can tell you, Boone, don't fuck with the callers. It doesn't matter, dude. You're still gonna fuck with them anyways. So what's
Did everybody hear him just say that?
You're still gonna fuck with them anyways.
Did everybody in the chat room, WZROnline.com, .com/chat. Everybody get in that chat room and ask me, or tell me, did you hear this man say I can fuck with the callers, because I'm going to start fucking with the callers.
I didn't, wait a minute, dude. I didn't say you can fuck with the callers. I say, if I tell you...
Oh, yeah, you did.
Holy shit, dude. I just said to you, I said, if I tell you you can't fuck with the callers, you're going to fuck with them anyway. So there's nothing that I can...
That's giving me permission in a way,
it's
right?
Not
you're
giving
saying, well, I can tell you whatever I want.
Holy shit.
You're going to do it, so I'm going to do it then.
I am not giving you permission to fuck with the callers, but I can say...
Do I need your permission?
I can say, Boone, don't fuck with the callers. Whether I say that or not, you're still gonna fuck with them. So what's the point?
I hold back a lot more than you know. All right, from next week I'm gonna do a show. I'm not holding back on one caller. I don't care what you say, and we'll see what happens. We'll just see what the people think.
I can't control what you do, dude. It's live radio. You know what I'm saying?
It's impossible. We're live, baby live.
And we would be live for I would stay longer tonight. But you know what, folks? Matt Boone has an important phone call that he's got to take within the next 6 minutes, so we got to get out of here. We got to run. Otherwise...
For my sister, scumbag. You want to joke about it now?
Sister calling to wish you a happy Valentine's Day. Is she?
No, I've already seen her today. There's something going on. Don't be inappropriate now. Let's keep that with Jackie. See, I'm a phone caller and you're being rude. Now I would never do that.
Yeah, so Boone can make fun of the callers and their voices and everything else about them. But you make fun of Boone. Oh, no. Don't make me up. Get the fuck out of here. We're out of here. We're leaving. We got it. You got a phone call to take.
All right, let's go.
All right, dude. Whitney Houston, I gotta hype this up. What was I gonna play again?
You're gonna play I Will Always Love You.
I Will Always Love You. So we're gonna find this real quick, and then.
I can't believe you're really playing that. What a sad ending to the show.
Well,
it was a sad show in a sense. So I guess.
It was a sad show.
It was sad in the sense that it sucked. You know.
Well. We got to get out of here. There's a bunch of news that's got to go up on the websites. Spoilers are going to be very late because SmackDown is on the West Coast tonight, so it's going to be like 1 or 2 a.m. if you're here on the East Coast. It's going to be a late one, man. Plug my Facebook page real quick. Can you do that?
Everybody head over to Facebook.com/Ryan Clark WZR, or you can go to Facebook.com and search in the top navigation for Ryan Clark WZR. Once you get there, you'll find a top post that says feedback for tonight's show. We want to know what you liked, what you didn't like. What you did like, we'll do more of. What you didn't like, we'll do less of. Facebook.com/Ryan Clark WZR. Get your ass over there.
Get there. Facebook.com/Ryan Clark WZR. Boone, it's been fun tonight, dude. Tell Boone how much of a moron he is over on the.
Hey, man, it was a drunk show. I've given you 2 weeks without one, right? All right, so it's back. You had to put up with 1 week. I'm sorry.
All right, and I'm gonna give you guys some breaking news as we go off the air, and this is a big deal, man. And we're gonna end with this. All right, this is a big deal. I'll make a post really soon as we go off the air. Here is the deal. Randy Orton was injured in a match against the Big Show last night on Monday Night Raw. The early word right now is that Orton is now out of the Elimination Chamber match for the World Heavyweight title. We have no other details on that, and we will let you know within the next couple hours on the website. Stay tuned to WZROnline.com. Boone, it's been fun. As always, Whitney Houston, rest in peace, and we will see you guys next Tuesday night. Here we go.
She's not alive anymore.
All right, for Matt Boone.
That's me.
This is Ryan Clark.
That's him.
Saying see you next Tuesday night, 8 to 10 Eastern Time on WZROnline.com.